sharing opinions, and I wish this is how it went before.
Yeah,
So when's that going?
shit happens, dude. It's kind of the
Okay, fair.
unfortunate reality of streaming is you can never control that.
There's always outside elements of production of media that will try to stop you.
Oh yeah, trust me when I say that streaming is always streaming in itself has to be a skill for everything because things go wrong so hard.
Yep. Are you gonna let me upload a photo?
Give me a second, guys. Apologies for the inconvenience in switching platforms, but next time I'll have to test out Odyssey better. Like the concept, but yeah.
Oh, let me just.
Anyway, so we'll give it a couple minutes for everything to settle and everything to work properly, and then we'll get back into this little conversation we're having.
Okay. What was that thing I was with? So, do you have experience in live streaming by any chance, or no? You have not live streamed at all.
The platform I generally use does live stream.
Okay. Is that the
But
TikTok
again,
or is the? Oh, sorry.
no. The one I generally use on the live stream studio does allow me to live stream on several different platforms at once.
There we go.
Okay.
We got people joining in. Looks like things are going well. Things are operating. All right.
It's on your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. Main. Should be main. I figured it's probably the best way to get people to watch what we have to say and actually have a conversation with not just each other here, but also the audience.
I'm just trying to share it out.
Understandable. Give me a minute. Apologies, guys. Streaming 3 in the morning is not exactly my forte, if I'm going to be honest with you.
You want to try to do Nightcrawler work?
Huh?
I was making a joke. I said, you want to try to do Nightcrawler work, basically.
Oh. Okay, I get what you're... Now I'm starting to get it. Sorry. My brain is...
You're
1,000
fine.
scatter shots at the moment. Fuck me. Yeah, we'll give this a couple of minutes for people to join in and figure out. Yeah, we're having a conversation here. If you guys want to keep up with backup on Odyssey stuff, feel free to follow and subscribe on Odyssey just in case when things go wrong, because that's YouTube. You know how it is. I think you guys know.
Feel free to use all.
Susan is always
Sorry,
watching.
Yes, absolutely. Susan is always watching. She really does not like the Fox man.
And that's why you have to use Odyssey and hope that their shitcoin raises in price.
Oh my god.
Guys, trust me. Guys, trust me. Shitcoin, it'll raise, it'll go.
Yeah, why does every alternative have...
Raise the moon.
Why does every alternative need this? Fucking...
They're fucking scam artists.
Yeah, it always needs a fucking crypto feature. Like, yeah, I just want to post my content and keep my audience up the tick with my content. I don't care for this fucking extra money bullshit.
Because most people who are looking for alternatives are usually more liable to fall for the fucking crypto scams.
Give me a sec. Apologies, I am really sorry, guys, that this is getting as spastic as it is. Jesus Christ. Ugh, I need to remember never to stream at 3 in the morning again. This is a bad idea.
I was shocked when I got asked to come on.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I kind of was surprised you popped in for a conversation like this, especially at 3 in the fucking morning.
It's actually 6 in the morning where I am.
Oh, okay.
I've actually been up all night.
That doesn't exactly sound the healthiest thing to do for yourself. I'm gonna be honest with you. No disrespect, just saying.
Yeah, but I don't usually pop on to start arguing with you guys until later on in the day.
5 here. I forget that most of you guys that follow me are usually like Eastern Standard, so you probably are like 3 hours ahead of me. I forget. I forget that practically it's already morning for you guys.
Well, except for me, where it's Japan Standard Time, of course.
Yeah, what, are you in the same timestamp I'm in?
Pacific time.
Yes, standard
Yes.
Pacific. Yeah, absolutely.
Cringe.
Man, you
Not
guys are.
mountain time.
Meanwhile, Cedric's into a whole different day.
Can I just
Oh yeah, no, I'm in Japan.
can I just say
I
anybody
understand.
involved? Feel free to like, subscribe, and share around the content so a bunch of people can pop in and be like, "Hey, this is a thing." Yes, it is.
Subscribe.
Do you want me to share now?
If you want, sure. Up to you.
Sure.
Like that bell. Beat that subscribe button. Comment and give me money. That's how you do it.
Yeah, yeah. Beat it like my mom beats me when I was a child. I'm joking. I had a fairly decent childhood.
See, I didn't. Cherry story time. No.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny there's a lot of hardship. At least my family does give a shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
make a joke, but I don't think it's willing to make. I don't think I'm willing to make it.
It's up to you, honestly.
I said, the only reason you keep Cherry around is for the bad content joking.
Huh.
Not wrong.
Partly.
Not wrong.
Videos
Partly,
sponsored
yeah.
by Jerry's Bad Content Streams.
Yes. Cheers.
I didn't know if there was a hate crime to make fun of Val. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later. We already have a laundry list of questions to go through, so I can't say that yet.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for that one thing I
Yeah,
want
we
to
could probably start.
Yeah.
We should
Remember, if
forget
you ever get into this type of business, folks, you never blow your load too early.
That's just good life advice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is.
I got a buddy who has the worst STD on planet Earth because he blew his load too early.
Oh my fucking god! What did he get?
A child.
Oh.
A child.
Bruh.
Don't
Oh.
worry,
I'm
I'll
not gonna
clip
lie,
this
yeah.
and send it to him. He'll agree with me.
I thought he was gonna get super AIDS, but never mind.
No, he's straight.
Ah.
What if he gets rabies?
Okay, I'm sharing it.
All right.
Let the RR turd commence.
Next time, I really need to not do these at night. Jesus fuck. At least not this late. No, I'll give some more minutes for people to pop in before we start saying shit and asking questions.
This is actually kind of surprising.
I will give you that. It kind of is.
Weird question I'm gonna ask Dew real quick, right? Is that alright?
Okay.
Have you ever traveled have you traveled by air before? Like inside the US? Have you gone outside the US before?
I have traveled by air.
Okay. Was it a destination within the United States or outside the United States?
Canada.
Oh, Canada.
So-
Okay.
Frequently, I would say it's outside the United States. Not too far, but
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, we'll probably give it just a couple more minutes. How's everyone's morning going? Since apparently you guys are up.
Oh, okay. I've passed a few hours and I kind of want to die, but it's okay.
Discord,
I'll
you
get
say
there.
I have to have a direct message. Show me the damn direct message. Oh, no, the typing. It's okay here, people.
Don't worry about them. They're probably rookies.
They're in your walls.
Ah.
They're in your walls. They're in your walls. They're in your walls.
Nightmare,
Stop.
nightmare.
Stop.
I'd say I was in your walls, but I'm too fat to fit.
All right. So what time is it? All right, give me a minute. Yeah, I think we have enough time to start off a little bit. So you can hear me, Dew, right?
Yeah, did you see that comment I did
Oh.
drop?
Yeah, don't worry. We'll get into that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna retrace our steps from the Odyssey stream. So we're gonna recirculate back to the similar comments for the audience here, and I think this might be your chance to articulate a little better. So you said you're trying to get yourself involved in journalism, correct?
Yes.
You said yourself that you haven't really defined what type of journalism you're attempting to do currently. Is that also correct?
Yes, unless you count night crawling as that.
Okay.
I do have a certificate in, and I can drop it down later when I actually go through my computer in internet or something, investigation journalist. I can drop
Okay.
it down later.
Okay.
Now my
I
question
think
is,
I did take a general course for it.
yeah, a general course, so you don't really specialize in anything in particular. I take it.
No, but
Okay.
the course was helpful to say I genuinely, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Um. So I have a question, a very particular question to ask, and I just kind of want an honest answer to this. So you've said it in no uncertain terms. You don't really like the pedo hunting that like me and a bunch of other people do. Is that correct?
I genuinely don't.
Okay. Now, what makes what I do less journalism than anything else other people have done exactly?
I just generally, again, I said public shaming,
Well,
but we generally have our disagreements on that.
well, I mean, yeah, a whole part of journalism is that you talk about dark stuff because you want to publicly shame people for the things they've said and done. Plenty of journalists do this all the time. They've done it in Vietnam when it comes down to the Vietnam War, which is naming and shaming people who got involved in that. In fact, one of the worst examples of that is when a lot of the veterans of that war came back. They were actively spat upon and treated like human dirt for even participating in the war in the first place, which is a very real documented shaming tactic that people have pulled. There's been numerous examples of journalistic companies who spearheaded a lot of narratives about soldiers being baby eaters and you know touching your Taiwanese ladyboys and genociding civilians, even if like maybe those specific soldiers haven't done that or wasn't intentional on their part. Um, so like the reality of it, for good or bad, a huge core of journalism is naming and shaming people. In my opinion, it's not always the best targeted at people. Yes, it's been targeted at some very particular people who probably didn't really deserve it, but it has happened in history. So, what about me and other people who go after predators? What's the problem with that specifically?
I generally, like I said, I cover when it goes into the courts. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just
You good?
yeah, I'm good. I
Uh,
just can't type on my keyboard right now.
Oh. Oh. Okay. That's not
If
right.
I can ask, why do you personally, if it's only a personal thing, do you wait until it goes to court? Or why do you think everyone should wait until it goes to court?
Generally, I live by a fact that someone is not proven guilty, and generally, when I cover my stories into the news outlet, I generally will go get more information when it hits the courts. But we have a little thing that we generally cannot say this person's guilty when we're putting it out onto a news website.
So
That's just generally what I've been told. I've gotten stories told down saying I think this person's guilty because of those exact words.
okay.
It's a very touch.
Oh, sorry. I was
I
about
just
to say. So it's. Oh, sorry. My bad.
I know I just want to take over because I do have a particular point in this. Now, I don't know if you ever paid attention enough to my content, but if you do, you would know that I do cover a lot of articles in which a lot of the people I talk about in those circumstances have either been arrested or been sent to court for one reason or another. Or sometimes they were and somehow got away with things. For example, and I'm gonna butcher this name horribly. You know, I'm slurring my speech already because it's 3 in the fucking morning. So you cut me a little slack there, of course. So there's this pedophile I've talked about since I first started my channel. His name is Christopher Trineman, and I only knew about him due to the fact that a couple of situations. One is a good friend of mine for the channel sent me an article about this, and because they're not adept at talking about this like I do, they sent me this information. And I also noticed that this person that the article talks about is not only a well-known vicious pedophile, but is also someone who got away with things utilizing loopholes, and is still currently on Twitter trying to act like that everything that's been said or done about them was slander with no proof on their own heels. So let me put this in perspective. So Christopher Treneman is a pedophile who convinced one of his victims to commit suicide in order to cover up the truth of one of what the stuff that that he did to a child. I could be getting my facts wrong. People can fix that for me if you want. It's been a while since I read the article, but what happened was he tried to get away with shit with what he did to minors. He got arrested. And at some point, after serving certain time and sentencing and still going to court over it, he decided to abuse one of the UK's major problems, which was the fact they don't have an effective travel ban. So guess what he does? He decides to move to Vietnam. And they couldn't stop him. They had protections in place to prevent that. Still didn't go anywhere. The guy got away in Vietnam, and for some years, a bunch of people in Vietnam end up realizing, eventually, after so many years, that the weird the smiling white man they got to know, who's being a baseball coach or whatever, or like I wasn't baseball, like it was like some fucking instruments or something.
Hey, hold on. Dude got tracked into live stream Discord.
I moved him back.
Okay.
Don't know why.
So the point I'm trying to say here is that this pedophile had access to kids again. And he's on Twitter arguing in favor of maps, and it has associations with quite a few maps on Twitter that I was dealing with at the time. Not every one of these stories are going to be all solved within a court case. I'm sorry to say that, but you know, if you're talking about like actual quote journalism, there's a lot more involved than just court cases. Like they help as research material, but if I'm going to be honest, there's a lot going on that's a lot more complicated than that. Is that an issue to you still? Okay.
Yeah. We lost him.
Why do they keep going back to fucking general chat?
I don't.
I have no fucking clue.
All right, hello.
Also, good morning.
Morning.
Dumb computer.
Yeah,
Oh.
I've noticed you. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Anyone else has anything to say?
I just, bro.
All right. Actually, hold on. So, did you even listen to like half the shit I just said?
I did.
Okay. What's your response to that?
You said this person may have forced somebody to kill themselves, right?
They've tried
Yeah.
everything they can to convince the person to do it.
Now, this is not. I'm not accusing you of anything. Couldn't I say the same thing about the way you have handled some stuff?
What?
I'm just
No,
saying.
he has not.
No,
He has not met the limitations of actively baiting or attempting to cause, in an intentional manner, someone to kill themselves. It was never an intention. It may have been, in worst case scenario, an effect, but not ever an intended outcome.
I was I was trying to tell you this story, admittedly, very haphazardly, because I haven't kept up with it for a while. It's kind of an old story at this point. About the reality of the fact that journalism is a lot more than just delving into court cases, because there's a lot more involved than there's just that. There's a lot of other problems and factors in between, and research data and studies and blah blah blah. There's a lot of nonsense that goes into journalism that's a lot more than just here's a court case, make content on that. In fact, that's probably a bit not to be a little bit on the. I know I'll get some sneering remarks for saying this, but it does kind of come across as a bit lazy to only base your journalistic focus on just court cases, because like anyone could literally do that. That stuff ends up on articles all the time, and you get to research that on your own time. Like that's not hard to do. I think it's a lot harder to be hunting new, fresh predators no one has figured out yet.
Right.
I would say, if I may, because I see what you're saying, but I kind of want to make a distinction. Because what I'm seeing with this is like, it's kind of the difference in types of reporters. Like, there's a difference between an investigative journalist and someone who reports on things that happen at a court case.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Like,
a court
you're more
reporter
of
and there's an investigative journalist.
Yeah, investigative journalists are. This is probably the dumbest way I can put it, but I'm good at that. They're like fucking basically cheapo detectives. They're doing all the hunt. They're hunting down shit and finding information on shit. That's kind of what they're doing. That's what Cass does. That's why he doesn't just wait for a court case. He finds the evidence on the people.
Yeah, my concern is
You were saying, Stu?
I put information out there publicly in spite of how many people may feel upset about that. If you don't like it, you don't like it. We do report it to the cops well beforehand. And at the end of the day, that's just where the chips fall. If the chips fall that it doesn't end up in court, so be it. I can't really fix that, because typically that's really factors outside of my control anyway. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. So I'll clarify that.
Is Dew there?
No, I'm listening.
All right. No, it's not a big deal. We'll give you time to process some of these. So the question I have to ask is, again, what exactly am I doing that's such a problem for this whole, like, quote journalism, whatever you call that nowadays?
I'm just generally saying, and this is just blankly researching and generally talking the past couple days, I've been doing a lot of looking around. Some people, and this is just coming up through research, have accused you of forcing people to say stuff, and that's generally why the police cannot use it.
That's bullshit for several reasons. Let me give you a correction here. Many of the people who have said that were the people who were on show. I have not accused them of anything. I have never at any point directed them to say anything. I have asked them very relatively simple questions. I have showed evidence when I have something that I do have on them that proves that's completely bullshit. The people who have accused me of this argument have only been saying that because they were on the receiving end of being exposed, and of course they'll have a vested interest in saying that, because that's their interest. They have a conflict of interest when it comes down to information. Of course the people being accused of this are going to say it's bunk, even if the evidence says otherwise.
Like, most of Cass's questions that I've seen are, and I don't watch. Let me be kind of clear. I don't watch Cass's streams all the way through a lot. It's kind of because I don't watch live streams very often. But like, every time I see him, most of the things he's saying are, "You people are saying you said this. Did you actually say this?" That's most of what Cass says to people. He's not leading them. He's just asking them if they said something, and then they usually say, "Oh yeah, I said that. I said raping the 12-year-old was based."
Like, yeah, so the main thing about that is that this is literally just a standard way of doing an interview. This is like just straight up an interview question set. That's just how you do it, my dude.
So, like, I think my issue with your point here is that you seem to be a little bit naive to trust people when they say, Yeah, I've been on Kaz's show, and he forced me to say these things. And you don't ask, okay, like how would he do that, and why, and what would be the reason to do that in the first place? Because like the thing is, if making up lies or forcing people to admit to things takes way too much fucking effort, and I'm not that type of person that's gonna waste my time on hours of live stream material to try to quote force anyone to do anything. Not to mention, it's also incredibly counterproductive. I only just ask some questions, and that's really the end of the story. If that's an issue, then I don't know. Maybe they need to consider why do they think opening up about specific things is a good idea. Is the questions themselves a problem? Do
I generally, I'm just going off of what I've read online. Again, I haven't reached out to anybody. I haven't had time to actually look into that.
oh
I'm just generally asking questions. So when I generally go to, you know, look into it, I can, confront it. But without getting, from you what your side is and then confronting other people, it's generally a, you know what I mean? I
I
have you, I can ask you the questions first and then go ask the other people the questions later.
all right. So let me
So
put
I'm
this
just
in.
not going back and forth
Okay,
with people.
can I ask you whom is sending you these questions about?
I generally read a lot of comments on your Twitter. I was about to say TikTok, my fault.
Okay,
And your YouTube. I generally read a lot of shit, but again, without getting your side, I'd rather get one side first before I go and get another side and then put it all together.
okay. So
Again,
there's two
that's
main.
just
Hold on. There's two main people that typically say this shit, and that is typically either Sappho herself, which she has a vested interest in lying about the specific conversations taking place on this channel. And there's also another person named Ronnie Vane. Now, Ronnie Vane, you probably don't know. They're, to you, an obscure name, so I can kind of understand the confusion here. So let me explain this in no uncertain terms about Ronnie Vane. Ronnie Vane is a kid who likes to hang around pedophiles and defend them carte blanche, like he's defending thy maiden's honor, and has a history of associating with servers in which CP was shared just because he thought it was funny. He has been caught with his own nasty, nonsensical shit when I had a debate with him almost a year ago at this point, given we're just bridging on to December, and that stream was this January of this year. So, like, Ronnie has a history of lying constantly about people, including me, including the Bunny Gathering, or Tom in this case, and a multitude of other personalities. Sappho also has a very similar general history of lying about people that she personally doesn't like because she has a vested interest in trying to lie about what they had to say about her or what they have on her. So why is it that when you have these comments, you're focusing on people who are kind of known in this space for being not exactly the most genuine people?
it's not just those people. I've seen other comments around that. I'm just genuinely trying to get your side of the story before I decide to go reach out to these people. I like to get one side of the story, write down the notes, and then go to the other side.
Have you ever
If I come back to you, it's because I'm trying to clarify something that you may know more of.
have
It's
you
generally
have you ever
my way of.
considered those are just members of specific audiences of people that have critiqued for their shitty behavior who are just going to believe whatever that person has to say about me?
I just generally, I'm just saying. I don't know that for a fact. Again, you could just be saying that, but without putting everything together. It's
Okay.
very vague to put one, topic or one thing on one
Well, I
person.
mean, it doesn't take a
Now,
rocket scientist to go, maybe there might be some interesting story behind the claims being made about this person. Is it really true? Is it false? I don't know.
Dude, okay. Allow me to break this down for you in the basics of fundamental debating. claims made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. You have no evidence for these claims, we can easily dismiss them. If you have evidence to back this up, I say it. Otherwise, you are literally spouting nothing, and it makes no sense to anyone.
I haven't looked into it. Me asking these questions is building to come back and ask a little bit more. But without getting one side of a story, I cannot come back and ask questions. I need one side to go ask the other side's story. It's generally building.
Why do you need that?
Well,
Because
to be fair, okay. Dude, I think I get what you're saying. Let me try to elaborate it. I think they're just trying to they're trying to do the legitimate reporter thing, get both sides of the story. I would criticize you probably should have talked to the accusing party first, because that's usually a better way. The people making the claim make their claim, and then Cass can actually refute their claim. But that's just me.
No. That is the fundamental and standard journalistic way of doing it for a fucking reason.
I will generally circle back to Cass and ask him more questions, and then circle back. I generally, for stuff like this may take me a month or two because other parties generally don't like to talk about it. And
obviously,
so me talking to Cass and asking these questions, they may come out, they may be watching this stream right now, and then message me later saying, "Hey, I want to give my 2 cents."
All right, so let me just pull up some screenshots because I'm a little bit confused with this logic here. I'm not trying to be disparaging or anything, but I have to point out a few things. So when me and you first talked, it was because you directly talked to me on Twitter through DMs. You were the one who instigated this conversation. And so let me read out to the audience about what you said specifically. If I have to show it right now, right after, I will. Because unlike what a lot of people seem to accuse me of being, which is a very common thing that happens, there's a lot of people who are accusing me of stuff. I actually do have receipts for the stuff I talk about. I wouldn't be giving you questions in the first place if I didn't have something to really back it up. Unlike a lot of people like Sappho, who seems to have accused me of being a terrorist, with absolutely no proof, and trying to smear me over an event I wasn't aware about, and trying to smear me for supposedly what an audience said that's never been my audience in the first place, with no proof of that. So, like, give me a sec. Also, excuse if the internet's being a little bit fucky-wucky. It's just morning, I guess. Anyway, so let me read this out. This is what you said to me on Friday. Fuck you for telling someone how name want to be mentioned to kill themselves. You can go to fucking jail for that. Tell them to pull the trigger next time. Fuck you. I think it was you that said you don't want that on your hands or on your mind. If she actually did it, so how she does do it on your mind, you fucking retard. Apologies if I'm screwing up what I'm saying here. I am reading your replies, and the sentence structure is really bad. I'll
I
give you
am
that.
blatantly confused of what the fuck you just said.
Generally, have somebody that will go and edit the story after, but generally, I'll be honest. I've PM'd Sappho several times the same way I've PM'd you, saying you want to give your fucking side of the story. The whole time I've been talking to this person about you, you haven't fucking said anything. Generally, I haven't got a response back.
Wait, is he? Hold on, is he?
No,
getting...
I could be.
Sorry,
no, I could be using. I could be using the long accounts to get a hold of her. I found a Telegram account that is a couple year old, I think, that she's maybe still using. There's no general sign that it was shut down.
Okay.
I found an Instagram that she may be using. I found a Twitter that was hers at one point, so I am reaching out to other parties the same way I reached out to you.
All right, look.
To get them.
That doesn't really matter to me because it's not specific to the conversation per se. I mean, it barely is, but what I'm trying to say here is a lot of people and I mean a lot of people, have been trying to smear my ass for 3 years. And because the only crime to my name was that I'm a bit of a savage asshole when it comes to pedophiles, weirdos, and lolcows. But so far, I have not a single claim about faulty evidence or false accusations have ever been proven to be true. I have never at any point smeared anyone over anything. Outside of really edgy jokes on small occasions, I've never genuinely advocated for anyone to kill themselves or anyone to get killed for the shit they've said. I have specifically just showed people what was going on. I said it with a level of edgy humor involved because that's how I function, and that's the end of it. If that's a problem, then, boo-hoo, whatever, but I think it's very weird that the point of your argument is, hey, these people are saying that you are passing false information, and, it's never proven. Like, at that point, I have tried talking to these people about proving what I said was wrong. Not a single time where they ever showed proof. It was just excuse after excuse. It was revisionist history after revisionist history and histrionics and all that bullshit. And I got to a point where it's just like, okay, then, I could dismiss that without evidence because you're not providing any.
Now, we still haven't touched the topic that I posted.
Which part?
That comment that was made about me.
Okay, give me a sec. So this is from, I don't know if we have the same person in here who's talking about. So forget to clarify, earlier before the interview took place, he confirmed himself as trans. When confronted with his identity, unfortunately, this part has been knocked off the table due to the fact that he's using the identity to go in on a shelter for women and children only. The shelter has received an email about DewDew, from what I believe, and will soon be marked for trespassing if he doesn't get out of there. Even if he was lying about being homeless, both are equally as shitty. So, okay, so what are you trying to say about this one? What's your specific
This
issue?
is not just a shelter for women. We can make that very clear right now. It's a transgender shelter that does house women and children.
Okay.
But for this person to go and say that I'm fake being trans, general people have shown that too. Even shelter staff who work with transgender on a daily basis, who have specialized in this, in the field, Cass, just to let you know, that came off transphobic to them.
Well, in that
That
case,
came off generally targeting. And for that person's, it's not a trespassing issue.
What is? I see what you're saying. Like, that's not a comment I support, endorse, or agree with. But what the fuck does this have to do with Cass?
Yeah, no, genuinely, like, yeah, that in my opinion, that's a bit fucked, mate. But, like,
am I allowed to talk?
what
It's addressed to me.
Yeah,
sorry.
let Cass go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can you let Cass talk on his own show?
It is addressed to me after all. Obviously I disavow it. I don't see what's the point in trying to get people involved in doing that shit, but at the same time, the person who did this is not me. I did not advocate for this position. I did not advocate for any of this crap. I just wasn't there to sit there. I have never justified this. So if you're looking for me to disavow it, sure, I disavow it. At the same time, it's like, you did, in these recordings that are being posted recently about you, and will be continuing to do so, you have tried several times to dox yourself, and you admitted that you wanted to pin me if someone decided to use that information against you. So, I know that you probably got what you want there, but that wasn't me who committed that in the first place, nor did I at any point justify it. So, yeah, I'm not. Why would I be condemned for that? That's not what I wanted to do. Not what I even advocated for.
Let me pull up something real quick. 1 minute. Again, stupid, shitty computer.
Are you saying that I should be responsible for the actions of other people?
I'm not saying that.
Then what are you saying?
1 minute.
Let them post their stuff. That'll probably. I'm curious where this is going.
Oh, okay.
I think. Wrote down a note that Oh, right here, this is what I genuinely wanted to ask. You don't condone it, but you still keep those people in the channel or in the chat. Now, I don't.
Okay. I mean, which chat are you talking about? The specific server in which we had all this shit shows, and you posted your Doxxing, which isn't even my server, by the way. It's Gage's.
Yeah.
Is going to, and this is just generally.
Well, this is a specific case. Can we not speak generally in this context? Can we speak specifically?
I'm trying to pull up notes again.
Okay.
Yes, for the audience who's curious, Dew has repeatedly doxed himself or herself. I don't remember
No,
how to
I
pronounce this.
did it once,
Themself.
but people
Themself.
have
Let's go with
kept
that.
reposting it.
No.
Do what are your pronouns?
She, her.
She, it. Okay, there we go.
She, her. She, her, they, them.
All right, so
Okay.
that works. Okay, that works. So they decided to post their own docs
I shall be back. I'm going to take my drugs.
in a server that wasn't mine and that I had no real control over at any point. I can't even ban people in that fucking chat. I can only mute people.
Yes.
What?
I think what Dew was talking about wasn't the Gage chat thing. I think what they were specifically referring to was Finnegan A-logging, because that seems to be the current line of events that seems to have affected Dew quite a lot, where Finnegan went off the rails and proceeded to dox his IP address and his location being his longitude and latitudinal address, and Finnegan went out of his way to kind of.
And I don't agree with that. I have already screamed at people in those conversations that you shouldn't be giving people like that an excuse, and no one listened to me. So that's a situation that will probably be resolved after this whole thing.
Can I also just say something?
What?
Who was just talking about Finnegan? Just real quick.
I think that was Cedric.
Cedric.
Yes.
Me and Finnegan had a very lovely, if we're just on this topic, very lovely PM conversation. Just not to name some of the stuff that I was trying to explain to him.
Okay.
But I was trying to generally explain to him the fact that you went out, like you just explained, the fact that you went out of your way to do that. And then
Finnegan wants to defend himself.
Then get in the waiting room so we can drag you in.
And then make.
I'll be right back too.
And then go as low as you did to say that your father, use your father at Vane and all that. Yes, I always said that. I will actually generally copy and paste everything I said, like the whole conversation, into the group chat.
I don't think that'll be necessary, although I'm not Cass. If he disagrees with me on that, that's his prerogative.
Right.
I think if we're going off the information, I think it may be useful just to have a general idea.
Okay, but I'm sorry to. I guess I'm kind of circling back to something, but what does this reflect on Cass in any way? He has condemned these people.
No, I'm just saying if Anakin wants to come in and say something.
Okay, he will in a moment. I'm asking about this more generally, about the thing that I think was Nirvim. I got that name wrong, and I'm too lazy to fix it. How does this loop back to being Cass's problem? You mentioned something about, oh well, you've seen they've said it outside the server, and I don't speak for Cass.
I
Maybe
genuinely
I don't speak for Cass. I'm just telling you how other places I'm in do it. Like in Yote server, we don't typically ban people for, oh, they said a mean thing outside the server. We think that's kind of cringe. What does Cass have to hunt through everyone's social media in his server to make sure they aren't saying horrible shit? I don't get it.
I think there was, and I have to go through. I do have screenshots of tweets. I have to go through a lot of stuff, but I think there was some stuff. I guess I have notes after notes. This is not. I wasn't expecting this kind of conversation, so I didn't have time to sort through notes and sort notes. Can I pull up Twitter on my computer? Probably not.
As someone who does like moderation here, generally we don't look into people's shit because that is one, a lot of fucking work at such a large scale. Two, none of our fucking business. And three, we have more important things to do. Like, I get it hurts your feelings. And cool. Like, I understand that. But like, this is a slightly toxic place. And honestly, that's how Kaz is fine with it being, and that's how it wants. They want to. They want it to stay relatively, speech free. Like speech to be a lot more free than a lot less controlled. Which, again, as a moderator, that's just my fucking job to keep it done. It's just a different way of approaching it. Therefore, we don't go and search through people's fucking tweets to do that shit. All we do is, sit, like, get what we need, and it's like, oh, is this person, bad thing?
All
oh,
right.
if not, all right, continue. They're fine. We're good. We do.
All right, guys, we got Finnegan. Apologies for taking a while. I had to take a shit. So feel free to
That's okay.
express yourself.
So you know the reason why I got involved, correct?
Generally, I don't.
You do. So somebody brought it to my attention that you allegedly had said that you have EMT certification. Now, before you say anything, I do take that very, very, very seriously. Okay? Extremely seriously. I take it that you insulting my father, I take that very, very seriously too. And that is very disrespectful. Extremely. As
Do
for
I have
me,
to?
I'm not I am not finished. I am not done. As for you, disrespecting my family, disrespecting my brother who proudly serves his community as a state trooper, and for you to insult my father who proudly has served his community for 35 years within the FBI, personally, to me, that hurts a lot. But for you being doxxed and everything else, um, that didn't come from me. Sorry, it did not come from me at all. I got that information from someone else that they were condemned for. I could be condemned for it too. That's fine. I will take that L. But I do not use my IT experience for evil. I do not use my IT experience to harm other people. I use my IT experience to help my own home country. And once more, for you to say that shit to me, honestly, It's unforgivable to me, and that's not fair. I did not once attack you on anything. All I've asked was for simple evidence for your credentials and everything else, so that maybe you can keep your happy ass out of jail. Because that is something that you can get arrested for, and I do mean that.
I just want to say something important real quick. No, hold on. Let me finish. Let me speak. We have Jerry the Cannibal. You are allowed to speak your mind here. Please do so.
Yeah, I'm really trying to stay awake right now.
I can't even hear him.
Hello?
You might want to raise up your volume with him, manually.
Yeah,
My
because he's very quiet.
My volume is blazed.
Would you prefer if I just read your statement on the text?
Yeah, please.
You can go.
I feel like I'm gonna track my voice.
All right. So Jerry the Cannibal says, I want to say that I did make that comment, and I really do want to speak on the topic on that comment. The reason I said that to begin with is because of her only confession was being non-binary on her TikTok, and reflecting back on my recording of her confronting confirming that she was not confirming she was not trans. I do want to apologize for that, since it's a really serious accusation, realizing even now my comment's not true or not. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, it's just whatever. A lot of people were trying to figure shit out. It happens, whatever. However, there is a critical problem that people are ignoring here. So do.
1 minute. Can I just share something?
All right.
This is actually, I kind of wanted to share the whole conversation that me and Finnegan had, but something I genuinely do not take lightly. And now I'm gonna have to go back.
All right.
Well, I have our whole conversation too, and I can dump it, as a matter of fact.
I've seen a lot of it as it is already.
Yes,
Oh, I was just gonna
as you
dump
were told,
one.
as you were told to, you were told not to contact me again. You contacted me after I told you not to, because I was thoroughly done with dealing with you, because you have terrorized Gage's server for the last 4 days. Okay? We're all tired of this shit. And we're
exhausted.
We're tired of it because it has bled into my job. It has bled into a lot of things in my personal life, and you bringing my family into it. Honestly, I could say a lot. Yes, that is my IP grabber. Can I help you? It's perfectly legal to use.
Can I just say something? And do I have to post a comment that you did put in the war room? I never brought your family into it. I
What
think the
comment
general
is that? That somebody asked
The
about
general-
my family's background?
No, I never saw that. I have a couple shots of the conversation, but you went back after I called you out and deleted everything. I'm not the only one who noticed that.
No, I didn't
Excuse me,
delete
what?
anything. I blocked you. If it says one blocked message, I blocked you.
I'm not the only one saying that. There's somebody else I'm talking with who is in the group as well, who's saying they can't see it as well.
All right,
I
so
didn't delete anything.
this is really missing the point.
Yeah.
No, you said I could confront him.
No.
Can we stop debating the ponderance of evidence?
I'm just saying he did use my IP to dox it, and the address that you guys doxed wasn't the exact
All right.
location, but what he
That's
doxed
not
was
the question that really needs to be answered here.
Go for it.
It's
Aaron.
Sorry.
Enough. I am not going to accept another moment of you guys interrupting the conversation. You either learn to shut your mouth, or I'm getting rid of any one of you fuckers.
Got it.
All right. So, you have completely missed an incredibly important component of this problem. So, do you know what the word entrapment means? Can you tell me what the word entrapment means?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do you think? So
Define
entrapment
entrapment.
entrapment is the process of attempting to, convince people to commit a crime, usually a malicious purpose to trap them into committing said crime. Example, let's say a cop goes around and says, "Hey, you want to do some drugs with me?" And then
You going to
immediately,
accuse me I entrap people by giving them my address?
yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You
Because the
absolutely did.
address I
That is
gave?
entrapment. That
No,
is
it's not.
entrapment. Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
It is.
not.
You have
Can I-
admitted.
No, it's.
No, listen.
I have several people who are listening.
We have recordings of this. They're being posted as we speak. Of you
That's okay.
admitting.
But the address I
Admitting.
gave.
One at a time.
You decided to give a GPS location of the.
All right. No, let me talk. Let me talk. You have admitted on that Gage fucking server that you wanted to dox yourself, including your PO box, so that anything was sent from a member of my community, you can pin it on me. That was on recording. You doxed your own address several times, in fact. You have admitted this on recording. It is entrapment. Don't fucking lie. Let me read out this donation real quick. From Nationalist Yorkie. Donated $2 super chat. My evidence, trust me, bro. Not to mention, I also think after all the shit that's happened, like, you can get mad at Finnegan, you can get mad at the other person in here. I don't remember whom.
North.
At the end of the day, you were committing entrapment, and you intentionally made this about a game of who's going to fall for it. These two, yeah, they royally fucked up. I've told them not to play that game, and they ignored my advice. They're going to have to learn to deal with that in their own time if they want to be around here. That's for sure, but that doesn't give you an excuse for what you did.
I do not. Do you understand the address that was genuinely, and I did check with the shelter, was genuinely.
You put an entire shelter at risk because of your own personal ego, fuckwad.
No, that wasn't the shelter address, you fuckwad.
Really now? So what is it from?
That is called a drop-in center, you fuckwad. So, before we go here...
Why do you keep doxing people?
You see, you swear at people, I'm going to swear back at you.
I don't care.
That's not nice.
I don't care if he swears at me. I really don't give a shit.
No naughty words.
That's
Just
not nice.
The location that Finnegan decided to drop is the issue at the point right now.
Okay, and you intentionally dropped that information in the hopes that people would be dumb enough to do that, and which some did.
No, I never. You're saying entrapment. You have to genuinely
It is entrapment. It is.
Nobody
by
was
definition.
expecting somebody to track somebody's fucking phone.
You sat there and threatened that you were trying to get people's IP addresses. You tried to post an IB.
Yeah.
IB was it IB grabber? I can't remember the name.
Grabify.
Grabify. There we go. Yeah. It was not even a properly edited one to make it look like something else. It was just Grabify. It was the most obvious shit I've seen on the planet.
Yeah.
So,
also, if I may, I was going to say one other thing to this. It's adding on to what you're saying. You've also done this whole fucking IP address thing, and if you actually gave out a fake IP or whatever, counter argument, you've done the exact same thing to Fursky Doodle.
Oh shit, yeah.
I think the counter argument there that you guys were challenging me. But the idea of how I got it, and I can show the judges, you go into developer mode on Discord, and you copy an IP, and then bring it to a website that generally Discord knows about.
Can I say something?
Okay.
Oh, basically developer mode on Discord. Basically not IP grabbing technique, because at that point you're only copying the ID. Am I cutting out?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, if you right click on the user's Discord, you'll only get the ID of said account, not the IP.
you bring that to a website. Actually, let me pull up the website just to make this very clear.
Yeah. If you're
Sense a disturbance in the spur for $2 from Core. Thank you, Core.
That
Yeah.
comment was amazing.
That's a
I
great
will
comment.
attest to that.
Also, like, I'm sure you only did it the perfectly morally gray, whatever the fuck, gray hat, super duper elite hacksaw thing. I don't care what your fucking method was. I thought this is exactly what you were criticizing Finnegan for doing.
Yeah, honestly, look, I can't sit there and go out of my way to just entirely get this mad at them if basically you're the one who set yourself up for this in the first place. There's really no sympathy. In the
And
same,
you've done the same to other people too.
yeah, not to
Sorry.
mention you tried doxing Frisky Doodle and got a completely wrong address.
You go with
You
the
generally
towing
understand.
company.
I sent it to her PM. She decided to forward it in general. Generally, you see, I will
It's not
generally
her
ask
docs.
people.
You got it
It's
wrong.
not her job.
It's
She
not her
threw it in
docs.
general. I
Yes, she-
PM'd that to her.
That doesn't matter. She just basically
You
laughed.
still did it.
She, shut
No,
your.
see,
No, shut up. Let me speak. She literally pointed out that dox wasn't her, and she was laughing about it because it was so wrong. It was not even like lacking to shoot broadside of a barn. It was just completely wrong. It's basically the bullet went to space.
Yeah.
That is how bad it was. You had a huge miscorrection on how that worked. And yet and that was the thing. We were laughing about that because of how bad your attempt at doxing is. So you can't just sit here and tell me about how like, oh, these people have done these horrible things to me. They tried
that's
a
generally
logging.
the website right there.
They tried a logging. I don't care. I'm not touching that. No one should touch that. I don't care.
No,
That
that's how you
I
get.
do not
That's how I
touch.
got the Discord
I
shit.
do not. I do
Yeah.
not care.
Yeah.
that was sus as fuck.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
No, it's an actual fake. Like if you
That
go
is an
there,
actual
it'll say what it'll say at the bottom is P.S. You got trolled, and then the legal information down there it says we will never give out actual IP addresses. So you got your own IP address and typed it in somewhere and got something else.
Wait, hold. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you only because this is fucking hilarious. So that means that, you thought you were actually getting someone's IP address. It just gave you a completely random one because you didn't read the fine print. Is this what happened? Those were the questions.
See, it says it right there. P.S. You got trolled. Cass, I'm also going to add on to what you said earlier. Yeah, so why are you criticizing me for basically threatening to dox everybody else in the server, including me? See, I did that for self-defense. So if I were to take that to a court, present it to a judge, guess what? You know what? You know what? I'm not done. I'm not fucking done at all. Okay. Do you know what they would say to me? They would tell me that you posted an image in that Discord and whatever information that you did not censor out is free game. That's how that works. In legal grounds, that is how that works. I know how Rhode Island does it. I know how the state of Pennsylvania does it. I know how Virginia does it. They all do it the same way. You post an image that is out there for the public to view, including in a public Discord server. That is what you're generally going to get. Now, another thing that...
Sorry, can I just say, this is what I was talking about before. It becomes the public domain. You have released this information with the intention of others seeing it, which then takes away any defense you have in court of it being information that you did not want others to see because you did not take the necessary precautions to censor that information.
I also just want to point out real quick that by your own logic, you put an entire shelter of people in danger because of your antics.
Yes.
Generally, no.
Yes, you
again,
have.
I need to give out the shelter's address. So again, him giving that GPS location, that's on him.
Actually,
the shelter.
That's
But
not
didn't you
GPS to
threaten to
you.
call
That's
the
not
shelter?
that's not GPS to you. That's GPS to an Akami server that is 31.5 miles from you.
But didn't you threaten to call the shelter?
No, I was given that address. Somebody
No,
gave me
you
that
said I
address.
would call the
No, let me.
shelter.
No.
Finnegan,
No.
One
One at a
sec.
time.
All right.
One
Go
sec.
ahead.
I think the exact words. I actually have a whole file on Finnegan and what he has said.
Do I
Oh.
care? Because so far it's really a bunch of nothing.
Because he's saying that I brought his father into this, and that's a.
Look, I'm gonna be real. You put fucking politicians to shame with your filibuster bullshit.
Honestly, I do feel this conversation has gotten to a point where this isn't at this point in the conversation, right? I feel this is you just venting about how Finnegan fucked up.
Yeah, no. It feels fucking useless at this point.
It's just a vent.
I see no practical fucking use in like this like currently. What is going on? Who is doing it? You are just digging yourself a deeper hole.
No, I genuinely think.
That's another shot.
Oh my god. How many times has that word been said at this
You're
point?
going to die. Don't drink every time
Alright.
he says that.
I'm Australian. I can take it. I swear.
Anyway, let's get back on topic here. So, my issue at this point was that you tried to make this big deal about Finnegan. I don't really know. I don't care because I'm not Finnegan and he's not me. So, and you can't necessarily sit there and try to make me feel I can't be taking the responsibility of someone else. Finnegan's a grown adult. If he was really pulling some dumb shit like that because he got offended that you said something about his family, that's a bit a-loggy, it's a bit stupid, sure, whatever. I just do not care. It's not my job to worry about that because it's not me doing it. I did not encourage that. I have specifically said a million times for people not to turn this into Fed posting. And if they're going to still do that anyway, then that's their responsibility to bear for whatever consequence that comes with it at any point. My issue specifically is, how do you get off calling pedo busting non-journalism in your own eyes? Why is that a problem?
Right now?
Yes, it is. That was what we really started this whole conversation on.
You talk about the jokes that you genuinely like to make.
Yeah, I make a lot of edgy humor. What's wrong with that?
Another
I have
shot.
I have several people who have said that's kind of borderline.
Okay. I don't care. Those 7 people are those 7. No,
Name 2.
Shut up.
I know.
Dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, everyone
No,
shut
you
up.
don't like it because now I brought a therapist involved.
Dude, you do realize that mouths have 2 actions, opening and closing. Do the latter.
Hold on. Enough. So I need to make this very clear. I don't care what people say about my humor. All right? I really, really do not give a shit. I have said this to you and many people 1,000 times. I do not give a shit and will never give a shit what people have to say about my sense of humor. I am not someone who's going to change just because some spastic tard got mad because I said mean words to a pedophile dog fucker. I do not care. That will never happen. You have a better chance at me getting shot than I would ever repent for anything I've ever said or done. Cry me a river. Maybe if you learn to grow some fucking balls and conviction, you might understand the concept.
Understand the concept of joking about stuff that you genuinely try to stop.
I joke about all kinds of horrible things. It's called dark humor.
You're gonna destroy my liver by the time this night is through.
Cass, I just wanted to point something out real quick.
Cass, is it
I want you to know
You
this is the same person who thought I was
Alright.
serious when I said cannibalism is sexy, so don't expect them to understand humor.
Well,
generally,
is it
I've
right if I
showed
mention-
other people that who don't share the
Jesus
same.
Christ, man! I'm
Alright,
gonna be
Omega,
pickled.
stop.
Give it up.
Okay.
Alright,
Mega,
alright,
please.
alright.
You generally understand. I do generally share shit that you guys generally post on Twitter just to get other people's reactions. And generally, it's what I think that you guys make fun of it because you generally go down that road eventually. Again, I do
What
bring
road?
this up with therapists. Again, when I do
What road?
research, I do bring this to
No,
other
hold on,
people.
hold on. What road? What road?
You're joking.
That doesn't make sense. What road?
Can I? I've been having.
No,
this-
no, 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 no. Cedric,
Okay.
let him answer the question. What road?
I'll let you figure that one out because it's generally going to upset you.
What
now.
road? No, 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 no,
It's
no.
gen-
Explain.
No, this is generally
Quit
going to upset
deflecting.
you.
No, no, no.
Do I-
Explain.
This is not reflecting. This is
No, no,
generally
no, no.
going to get.
Explain. Explain.
Do you understand? Before I do, I
Explain.
generally do a lot of research.
Do
So part of my fucking
Answer the
research.
question, fuckwad.
do I think it
Okay,
would
you're
be
just gonna
better
get
to
upset
answer
and
the
not let
question?
me explain.
No, okay, no. Here's a part of a question. So, are you putting insults above pedo exposing?
I generally bring this to
No, answer the
people
question.
before I-
Answer the question. Do you put words in mean, edgy slurs above the protection of children?
I could say I generally will bring this to somebody and ask them what you
Answer
think about it.
the question.
Yes or no?
It's
You
a yes or no.
sidestep
I guess
better than a fucking waltz
Yes,
dancer.
no.
Give it up.
No, if you continue to sidestep, I'm going to assume that's a yes.
Then you're just gonna assume shit. You see, I don't assume shit. I get my facts. And what I'm gonna
Your
say is
action.
yourself
What
come
facts?
off as a pedophile.
All right,
It's one
if
more
I may
example.
have the
No.
talking
I've
stick for a
shown.
little.
Okay,
Have
I'll
said
let
it.
first. Okay, let Fursky have the talking stick.
Do. We've been through this song and dance for like how many days now?
That
Why
person-
do you
Bye.
feel like that? Why do you feel like you can't explain what road you're talking about? And I'm gonna be nice here. Please tell us. I'm not sure you realize that giving the silent treatment and sidestepping makes people like think that you're a bad person.
Real quick, from a donation from Lauren Pond, Drew, you owe me a coffee for waking me up. Thank you for the $2 donation. I think I could use that for some coffee, actually.
Look, I could use some coffee right now as well.
Same, absolutely. So, returning to the topic.
I want to make a point here. Have you ever heard the term that silence speaks volumes?
Yeah.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's-
ever heard when somebody makes a joke like that? It can mean a lot. And
Not-
generally,
Not
How
really.
I know
do
it
my
means
research.
far more than what you're saying right now. I can tell you that
Okay,
much.
you know what? I'm gonna be honest and say this. This isn't a fucking after school program, okay? Listen, I've been holding up this for a while. I've been trying to act. I have even fucking apologized to you at the beginning. Holy
Go ahead, Eddie.
fucking shit, you are a fucking
Do it.
retard. You know that?
Do it.
You're goddamn brainless, fucking low IQ motherfucker.
Do it.
Okay?
The fact
Listen,
that I had
the
to
fact that you're
apologize,
saying is
that's
the fact
fine.
Holy
that you're
shit.
a fucking killjoy, and not
He's
only that,
steady,
you
oh my god.
literally, oh my god, the fact
I've
that
never
you
seen
can't get it
this.
through, you've been indoctrinated, and you can't even
What?
tell a goddamn
What?
thing. It's like, holy fucking shit, bro.
Popping
What
off.
am I seeing?
Oh my
I've
God.
never seen something like this. You
I'm a
dude, you're
fucking
fucked up
terrorist,
beyond all
okay?
belief.
Because
I've
I will
never-
genuinely
No.
throw something out to the public
Oh my
and have them
fucking
vote
God.
what they think.
I never thought I would
And what
see
they
SETI like
genuinely
this.
think
Holy
about
shit.
you, what they
SETI.
genuinely think about you
All right.
is that you a borderline pedophile yourself.
What?
With the jokes that you've made.
What? Wait,
Jesus
whoa.
fucking Christ!
Everyone,
you are a
everyone,
shortbuster at
everyone,
heart.
everyone,
Okay,
shut
let's calm
up.
down.
Shut up.
You really are a
Shut-
doo-doo head.
I am
to
going to
get
kick you
Everyone mute.
people
Let's
out if you won't
listen.
mute. No. I will literally, this is my last warning. I will fucking kick you from the server. You can't even shut up. I'm tired of it already. We're already over an hour in. So wait, you're saying if people make these jokes at the expense of pedophiles, they are by extension a pedophile?
I said borderlining.
Border-
Part of my research is
You
to
are
get
still
people's
calling them a
opinion.
pedophile, though. For
But do you understand?
laughing
I
at
get
pedophiles.
opinion. I get opinions. Do you understand? When I generally go and
Opinion's
throw
not a
article out there,
fact.
I have a opinion page where
An
I will
opinion's
throw
not a
out
fact, you
real
fucking
snippets of what you
spastic,
said.
delusional retard. You low IQ midget.
That right there
Dumb
is
bitch.
perfect. But you know, again,
Yeah.
I'll go cut that.
Totally
put that out
expect
there
me to feel
before-
repentant for that. Yeah, totally. God's gonna judge me in the pearly gates for that type of joke. No. What he's gonna judge you for is that you're complicit for pedophiles. You fucking spurg.
At least,
I
like,
generally
Kaz,
put
Warfox,
out
and
what
Coyote
people
get
think about your
paid, you get
jokes.
opinions.
And right now, I do gather a lot of information. I do show therapists what you say, just to.
I
and
don't
I don't
care.
just show one. I do generally reach out
Your
to
therapist
several
can
people.
gladly co-conceive to my existence. I do not give a shit.
To
They
talk to
probably
you about
love
my
it.
therapist
Look, I do not care what some fucking sheltered upper middle class white cunt has to say about me. Because, like, what? Therapy? Oh, yeah, someone with posh lifestyle gets to fucking afford an education to have that type of job. Oh, I'm so gonna judge from someone who's never seen the shit I've seen. Oh, boy, God. Oh, it's psychoanalyzing me. The fucking, yeah. No. Fuck off.
Generally, you generally asked how I do my research. I generally will show people.
When's the
what
last time
said.
you actually have done research outside of your own opinion?
Probably
It's not just my
preschool.
opinion.
Because you have expressed
The
several times.
sources made it the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, everyone. I am not finished. I have literally sat there and had entire conversations with you where your entire thing is that you legitimately think, and this is your own opinion, that you think anyone who goes after pedophiles is a pedophile themselves. This is not a fucking statement made from other people. This is your statement. Your statement. This is what you
They don't
have.
generally make jokes like you do.
I don't care.
Okay, thank you.
So here, answer the question, fuckwad. Do you put jokes above protection of children?
Kaz, as you're muted, you're going to flip out about this.
If you're
what a therapist has generally
if you
said
mute me,
about
I'm
you
just going to kick you out from this
is
call
that
anyway.
you're borderline
you shouldn't
a
be.
pedophile yourself by joking about grooming, by joking about certain topics that you love to talk about. Those topics you love to talk about has something to do with your past, has something that you're holding back. But again, that's not what we're here for. This is
Cool,
just
now unmute him. Read
Wordily,
kick you from the call.
you wordily act like you own the show here. Cat put you here for a reason. So please, answer the goddamn question.
Fucking muted him.
Yep.
Oh, no.
You're actually pissing me off. Like, seriously.
So
You made SETI scream. That doesn't happen.
let me read off the donations real quick. From $5, I have no idea where that's from. Dew seems to think that whenever people have opinion on page tells me he can be passed as facts. He's one of those types. You can't really question things. Every dollar donated goes towards me drowning Dew in his own tears. From Gage for $5. Thank you for the money. Generally, Tyler says generally I think I want this beef dead and buried. Kaz, take out the. See, all right. So, since are you gonna unmute me, Dew, or are you done?
Silent.
Hello?
He probably doesn't.
Hey,
even hear
Doo-Doo
me.
Brain, you gonna unmute Cass or no?
You generally
I will start screaming at you if you don't answer in like 10 seconds.
We could all
I'm
start
going to
singing
answer. I'm going to keep
fucking
reading
metal.
what the therapist has said.
I don't care.
Okay, thank you.
Boo
Okay,
hoo.
wait, hold on. Dude, did you unmute Cass first?
I don't have to.
And he doesn't have to
Public-
keep you in the call. I'll be quite
It's
clear. He
his
said he's going to
fucking
kick you if
show,
you don't unmute
retard.
him. So either you
Public
unmute him or this
domain.
call's done. That's your choice, man.
Public domain.
What the
Okay, dude.
Sir, are you mentally okay?
Are you?
No, he's not. This has
inbred?
been long established.
So when you were in the womb, did your mom prefer gin or tequila?
Okay, so I'm gonna make this clear for Dew, and people need to scream at him to make this clear. If he doesn't unmute me, then he's only proving everything I said right, and therefore we're done here.
Got
If you
it.
don't
Hey,
unmute,
Dew.
you're a mute cunt.
You are proving everything he said right, and we are done here.
Yes, we will be done here if you don't unmute Cass, because that it's his show. You have to you're gonna have to unmute him. Public domain don't work here, buddy.
Not here.
Honestly, like, if I may make this edgy joke,
platform where he can be muted.
Dude, shut
sweetie.
the fuck up and listen.
Sweetie, sweetie, honey, pie, boo boo. If you don't
You
unmute
an alcoholic issue right
you're
there.
just proving yourself as a
You've got an alcoholic issue. Fuck off,
I've got an
Dew.
alcohol issue, apparently. Okay.
You showed your fucking mom, Dew.
You know what you have an issue
That
with?
explains
Using
everything.
your fucking brain, you tard, spastic, retarded fucking troglodyte. Shut your fucking mouth.
Dude, what you have said has been so useless and so boring that I started cleaning my room.
You Jordan Peterson catboy, you fuck!
Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest here, dude,
Super kick.
and tell you the fact that now you have nothing to say about this whole situation, and you started resorting to people saying this and that after the fact that it has been going on for nearly an entire week, where literally people have been at you, telling you time over and over again in different ways, in different thousands of different ways, and to a point where we have repeated way too many times to a point I feel like we've been stuck in a perpetual time loop. I legitimately feel like we've been stuck in a time loop, and it's like we've been going in circles.
Groundhog Day. It's
Yeah,
Groundhog
it feels like
Day.
Groundhog Day. Yeah.
It's literally Groundhog Day.
All right, so let's.
So unmute.
Yeah, unmute.
Silent
Can someone
treatment.
ask if Dew also has me muted? Because I don't even think they're hearing anything I say.
Dude, which of us can you hear? Have you made your echo chamber so quiet that none of us are audible?
Here are you.
Oh, you can hear us! They can hear us! Woo!
Okay.
All right,
Can
which
you,
one of us have you muted?
can you shut up? Can you
Sorry.
tell them if like they can hear me?
Can you hear Kaz do?
You see, that's the part.
That's the funny. Okay, shut the fuck up.
He just genuinely doesn't like to be muted. That's his issue. He doesn't.
I'm-
All right, Dew, I guess you're a
Dude.
pedophile then. Bye bye.
Dude, this is his fucking show, and if you aren't gonna engage with this shit, leave.
You think you have any power here? This is not your domain.
What? For someone who talks about having such a horrible
According to
life,
guys,
you
it was
act like a...
public.
No. For someone who talks as if you are an adult who's been through a lot of horrible things in life, you act like a pestilent little child who's never been through a hardship in your life. It's very obvious. And I don't need a psychology degree to know this. It's so obvious that you act like a little child because someone in your life has perpetually coddled you. And that's you want that as a thing for every conversation you have. So here's my thing. Because I know that chances are you are listening likely through the stream at this point. You are spastic. You clearly put words above the protection of children. And it shows your priorities are completely out of whack. I don't want to be treated I'm not going to be treated as dirt over some spastic tard who's clearly never been through a day of suffering in his own life, or whatever your fucking pronouns are. I don't care anymore. You are the type of person that a lot of people hate for good reason. You are a spastic, ungrateful, trifling little cunt. There is nothing you have said that could ever come close to being an original thought of any kind. And this whole room is dumber having to listen to you because of it. So, chances are, I'll ask one more question. And if it can't be said from me, it'll be said from someone else in here who's gonna take the moment to say it properly, verbatim.
I'll do it.
Why do you feel the need to defend pedophiles so much?
Dude, did you hear that?
What's up?
Why do you feel the need to defend pedophiles so much? From Cass.
I think he's hurt because I started reading off what a therapist
Oh
said.
my god.
Stop deflecting.
Hiccup.
Oh, he's gone.
Hiccup.
Eggs.
You know
He's
what?
gone.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, and for real, like I don't know what the fuck happened in his life. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him, and what's his major malfunction. But I'm gonna
And
say,
he's back, everybody.
Oh, I thought
there
someone
he is,
finally
ladies
got
and
fed up and
gentlemen.
kicked him, to be fair.
I don't know.
Tell him
I'm
to
We should just get rid of him.
shut up.
Hold on. Okay, what were you gonna say, Cass?
Rephrase the question.
Okay, Dew. Why do you feel such a strong need to defend pedophiles? It's coming from Cass, and I agree with him. Why? Hello? Are you there, big guy?
Did you hear anything that Cherry just said to you? Maybe.
Oh my god, he's recording on TikTok.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Get off your TikTok,
Hi
buddy.
TikTok. Hi Chinese spyware platform.
This stream is sponsored by Jerry's Bad Content Streams.
Subscribe to Cherry's Bad Content Streams on YouTube, streaming every Saturday at 6:15 Mountain Time. We
And don't
read
forget to
comics.
Subscribe to
play
Precinct
games.
316.
So
I'll
today-
live in the locale
So
you
today
don't
we will
have
be
to.
unboxing the Logitech G502. This
So
stream
please
is sponsored by Logitech.
Today, I'll be ranking the top 5 things I've shoved up my ass.
Oh my god.
So, what's going on, dude? You trying to call me a rapist again on TikTok? Yeah, don't.
Probably a transphobe too.
Yeah, don't try to act like I haven't forgotten that you tried to call me that with no proof, by the way, because you got mad.
Saying that Kaz Warfox runs a fucking diaper server safe space when this is obviously not the place for that.
This is absolutely not a safe space. I have my own safe space because y'all fuckers are sometimes too toxic. I'm gonna be honest.
You know what they always say? The only safe place for pedophiles is the wood chipper.
If you can't take the
Yeah,
heat, get
I
out
agree.
fucking outback. That's what I'm saying.
I do have one thing I would like to say, since apparently I'm being dual streamed. I would like to say it to the audience so they know the kind of mature adult I am. Nana boo boo, do you shit in diapers, you pathetic shit, lol, I'm out.
DewDew.
Okay, whoever else wants to go.
Again, you're coping and seething, and my room is only getting cleaner.
You're shitting yourself. You're shitting yourself. I can smell it.
Alright, I'm going in. I have only heard of people as fucking ignorant and radical in their fucking political ideologies as you. Never would I have thought I would have seen one in the wild. It's like a fucking spasticated unicorn that has its horn so far up its own ass, it's fucking gone out of its mouth. You are a wonderful example of a freak of fucking nature.
Yeah.
Seriously, you are a pedophile.
Where's this
Don't say that.
There it is again. There it is again. Can't say that on TikTok.
Well, okay.
Why do you say that?
You know what?
Yo,
Actually.
Sorry.
words that are allowed to be said on YouTube, but not on TikTok. I'm sure they would love that.
Hard R's.
I'm not on TikTok.
Please don't say the hard R.
Nigga.
All right.
Damn it, Omega!
God
It's
damn
not
it.
written in.
Susan, don't take down the stream.
No.
No. Bad Australian. Go.
All right.
Go back to the kangaroo
No,
barn.
seriously, shut up. I'm ended up almost waking my neighbors up with this shit. So let me just fucking talk. Jesus Christ, people. I've been warning you this 1,000 times. Fuck. Well, at least we got him on record trying to accuse me of being a pedophile again. So that's interesting. So, assuming you can probably listen to the stream because you are like, what makes me a pedophile? What makes me a pedophile? No,
Cass, that's a question for you. What makes him a pedophile?
I genuinely didn't say. I'm just reading what a therapist said.
you literally just said that on TikTok. You said that on here.
Analytics.
We also have you on text saying this.
I mean, if I can chime in here, Dew, you have sat here and have called people that I know pedos. Okay. And for this record, I don't care if I'm on TikTok. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter at BusinessPandaBo. Go for it. You have not only self-doxed yourself 100%, you have sat here and basically called everybody who hunts pedophiles, including myself, who was raped at 6 years old, pedos. And I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. I'm not done. I don't care. I do not take that shit lightly. And by the way, didn't you mention that you also were molested as well? So why would you say shit like that to people? Why would you say shit like that?
I don't generally go out there and just make jokes like you guys do. You see,
why do you care?
They're not jokes. No, wait. You're saying that me making a joke about you being a fucking useless piece of shit is the same as me grabbing little Timmy by the crotch like a fucking Catholic priest? Get your priorities straight.
Can I make a comment about the therapist?
Sure.
Okay, so shut the fuck up. Yes, I'm aware. Listen, though, that therapist is not a psychiatrist. They do not have the medical credentials to make a diagnosis according to the DSM-3 or DSM-5 of a paraphilic disorder known as pedophilia. Any accusation of such may be considered medical malpractice. They are not authorized to make such a diagnosis. They have not seen the patient or the activity enough to properly make the diagnosis. My mother is a psychiatrist. I know this shit, and I'm well fucking aware of it. I've been through the mental health system a lot. What you are saying is actual bullshit, or that person is committing medical malfeasance.
But you understand, when I go ahead and throw shit out there, people do reach out to me and say this is what they think. And I do have a right to say this is what this person thinks. This is what this person has read and has think about
this. Unmute Cass now.
Unmute him. Because he has questions for you that he would like to ask. And go for it. You know, you need it. This is his show. You need to respect his show. And I would unmute him if I were you. If you want to continue to forward your points on his show in order to get some clarification, I would be the bigger person and unmute him. This is his show after all.
Generally,
don't generally me, just unmute him.
Take a shot.
Take the opportunity to be the bigger person.
No, you don't. But I'm telling the audience to take a shot.
Don't end up like me, kids. Don't drunk and.
Take a shot of coffee. You know, like an espresso shot.
Are you gonna unmute me?
Take a shot of water.
Are we gonna? No, hold on. Are we gonna be adults and have this conversation? Or are we done here?
Caffeinated drinks.
Nope.
I am unmuting him. I am unmuting him. You have to give me a minute because I'm doing several things at once on the computer. I am answering several fucking questions because of what happened last night.
I'm sure you're looking at
You mean you're like playing on TikTok again? Come on.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not that hard. Get off TikTok.
What are you gonna do? Go down to fucking Fursky's Toe Shop?
These are jokes. You don't have to be a killjoy.
Back end, he'd need to.
Don't be a killjoy, bro.
I don't think he understands the purpose of comedy.
He is unmuted.
Okay, there we go. See, everyone's happy.
All right, everyone. Cool. So I do have some line of questioning. One is, what makes someone exposing a pedophile themselves, in your own words?
The jokes, my dude.
How?
Again, I will give you a full-on report when I'm done with it.
That's that's a non-argument.
That
I'll
actually is.
proceed
You're
to
asking
wipe my
how I
ass
got the
with it.
information and how I think that.
Let
That
me
would be exposing part of my report.
let me put a screenshot here. Just to prove a point. Also, thank you for the donation. From non-logical. Dew is willfully ignorant, doesn't believe evidence, and is deflecting out of this world. Dew Sappho isn't going to sleep with you. Oh, that's their response to that. Take that for what you will. So this is what you said. You are a fucking no one. You just make money off of innocent people. When someone sticks up to this is what you do to them. You are a fucking piece of shit. You are a pedophile yourself. You're a, I'm going to assume that's probably fat idiot person, or I thought it was kind of faggot, but all right. Only people just severely on stuff like this involved with. So we've already explained that in part 2 that's coming out soon, that about how I am with the money on the whole thing. I don't make much of anything. My audience graciously gives me money because I let them, and that was only constant years of people harassing me to do it, including people I've considered friends on the platform. So I don't have to address that. It's already been. So I seem to notice that to you, anyone who talks about pedo busting in your eyes is a pedophile. It's not even jokes. It's just in general. Why is that?
I have only accused you guys of it because you guys are the only ones that genuinely will make borderline jokes.
So why do you accuse me of being a rapist on TikTok then?
I never accused you of that.
Bullshit.
I can pull it up on my TikTok. I can pull.
No, Castle, mute him. I'm going. I'm off.
Okay.
You are such a fucking bullshit artist. You know that? Every fucking time. We have the screenshots of your TikTok, of you calling Caswell a fucking rapist on your story. You cannot make this shit up. There's no fucking techno magic involved. There's no fucking Photoshop. These are legitimate shots from your account. Don't fucking try and cover your own ass, you inebriate piece of shit. Otherwise, you'll find out that you don't have enough fucking paper to cover it. You don't have the receipts. You don't have the balls. You don't have the facts. So shut your goddamn mouth and fucking listen.
God.
My
God.
That was amazing. That's based. Anyway, so look.
That was iconic of you.
I'm gonna make this very no. Just listen to me.
No, you would have reported that post.
Report what post? What post?
You said if I post this up on TikTok, because I think the first video I made about you, you did report.
I did not report. No.
One of you reported that when I said you're receiving money.
No. I did not report anything. If you're talking about like setting out flags and shit, no. That's not how I function. So I don't care. I mean, honestly, I don't care if people try slandering me. There's a lot of people that have said some outright slanderous shit that I've never reported because I don't care. I know how this game is. It's pointless to try to play that game. So let me put it like this. I'm going to make it very clear what I'm going to do. So the clips I'm posting about your antics is only just the beginning. I'm going to make sure everyone has seen the shit you have said, the shit you have lied about. I'm going to make sure that people will see every little fuck up you made and every little lie that you have made in the process. And I'm going to be very thorough. I'm going to make an example out of you, and that has been pretty much obvious from the start. You're the exact reason why a lot of this shit in the YouTube sphere can't be taken seriously, because you literally put words and jokes above the protection of children. You want to defame and deplatform people in your own words because you're mad over insults directed towards society's worst people. Yes, we have screenshots of you threatening to lawsuit my ass or trying to quote, I'm going to try to take away your money through a lawsuit.
generally, we've spoken about this.
It's been mentioned before, yes.
Your jokes, I've generally got analyzed. Several people think that. And it hurts you, yes, I can tell you it's hurting your feelings right now.
Not really.
Can I ask a question
How
real
you're
quick, too, and then
acting
we continue?
is genuine. Yeah.
Have you heard of Cord Kitty?
Oh
Have you heard of Cord Kitty? I think you guys would be best friends. Like,
Oh my
not gonna
God.
lie, you should totally look up Cord Kitty. You should see the things that he's done. You should totally DM him on Twitter at Cord Kitty, and you should totally be like the bestest of chums. I think you guys would get along great. Like, because you obviously need more friends, and if you're gonna like want to defend pedophiles and zoophiles, Cord Kitty. A little bit about him. He groomed a sexual assault victim and tried to force himself on them over the internet and wanted to meet them in real life and tried to coerce them. So I think you'd be the best of friends. The absolute best of friends.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I do have to read out donations. There's a lot of it today, so thank you guys for the support. It's really appreciated. From Gage the Doom Guy. What the fuck is with this borderline pedophilia thing? No one said anything about themselves being pedos. From Gage for $5. Thank you for the $5. A good old chap. I just want to make this very clear. About what I think about you at this point and your accusations towards me. I think you are a pedo sympathizer. I'm going to be honest with you. You have mentioned several times that the only references you listen to are self-described pedophiles and dogfuckers who have a vested interest in lying about me. Sappho is a huge example of this. She has entirely twisted things about what I've said. The only thing I've ever said that I can say for certain I did say was making a joke to tell her to kill herself, that maybe she should have, if it was really such a problem with her dealing with all these internet jokes. And you know what? I'm not repentant for that, and I never will be. I'm sorry to say it, but society's worst does not deserve credit. They do not deserve respect. They do not deserve mercy. These are people that will ruin entire generations of children for their own sick pleasures, and they have many times before. Do you have any idea the type of damages it takes to be molested? I'm sure you should be. You said you were one yourself, right? You were molested.
Again, Kaz.
Why would you want that?
You go into trying to. You just.
Is that the future you want?
But again, the more you do, the more I'm going to go after you. Do you understand?
What? Whoa, really now? What are you gonna go after?
We are
with?
pedo. We are legion. He just said it again.
Come up with a story. The
Who's
more
we?
I fight to expose you.
Who's
we are
we?
the boogeyman.
Hold on.
We are the one who sleeps underneath your bed.
Oh my god. Who's this we? Who's this royal we we're talking about here?
The people inside his head that tell him to do things like touch kids.
Are you talking to certain people as we speak? No, seriously, guys. Hold on. Get the jokes. Come on, real quick. Who is this royal we? Who else is involved in this?
Is there your boyfriend?
The little slip of the tongue?
No, you generally don't understand. I do have 2 other Discord servers.
I don't care.
Right.
Zacalo or Sappho? Come on now.
It's your boyfriend, isn't it?
But the fact is, when we decide, and we all talking right now, generally the questions I'm asking are not just mine.
Let's see. Yorkie says for $2, there's no sympathizers, just pedos in disguise. I'm very much inclined to agree, actually.
Yeah. Pedo sympathizers.
So
pedos in disguise.
Why do you simp for these people?
I'm not offending anybody, but because I'm going to accuse you again.
Bullshit.
I do think you had some thing to do with grooming because you love to joke about that. That's actually your new thing to joke about.
That's all you're talking about? You want to accuse me of actions I've never committed because of the fact that I've made jokes at the expense of a pedophile?
Do you actually genuinely understand making jokes?
I don't care.
Are generally a funny thing. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm just reading off.
Well, I mean, dark comedy is like food. Not everyone gets it. You know, It's like medical care. Not everyone gets it. You know, recently it's like insulin. Not everyone gets it. What's the point?
Haha.
It's as the saying goes. You know,
think it's funny, but you don't see.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Hold on. I don't know, man. I guess dark humor is complicated. You know, it's like your sex life. Not everyone has it.
I'm just generally saying, you joking about it is kind of sad.
Oh shit, we gotta be careful to clarify. Cass does not in fact think that some human beings don't deserve food or insulin. You probably don't deserve sex, but he's not gonna stop you. You'll stop you. But so just clarifying, we gotta be careful because jokes are actually just secret dog whistles. Cass, you are personally the reason people are starving. How do you feel?
Someone said to me, Kaz Warfox, I hate that people can't take a joke anymore, and it's a prime example. Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, you can get mad at me all you want. I think it's funny that Sappho can take a German Shepherd's knot up her ass, but can't take a joke.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There's the reason why they call it a bitch breaker.
Want to see something really fucking funny? Go to the live stream Discord chat.
I wish all zoophiles of very Mr. Hands.
I think it's
You realize that jokes aren't like dicks. You don't have to take them so hard.
Yeah. And not only that, like I keep saying, you don't have to be a killjoy. You're a killjoy.
You're insufferable.
You guys do think it's funny to make a suicide joke once in a while?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
I'm gonna stop.
Very much so.
I'm not suicide until suicide stops making a joke out of me, Buster.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Look, calm down. It's a joke, not a trip to the sex offenders registry, okay?
No,
Exactly.
joking about suicide's not funny.
Oh my god, dude!
When it stops making a joke out of me.
Dude, you keep this shit up. I'm gonna put a fucking shotty in my fucking mouth and Cobain my ass on the fucking back of my wall. Jesus fucking Christ!
Let's just commit
I really, really fucking hope that your cellmate knows how to tell a joke.
I'm about to say this, right?
Yep.
You think none of us have attempted? You think, oh, you guys are being edgy because you don't know. You think we don't know? You seriously think you don't? There's a good reason why we joke about some of this stuff, because here's the thing. When we're in the right headspace, we could be like, oh yeah, that was kind of dumb. But here's the thing. You assume that we never literally went through the hell. So yeah, no, I'm being a killjoy right now, but here's the thing. You for some reason have this thought in your mind where it's like, oh, these guys don't know anything. They never been through suicide or have witnessed it. I've lost people, okay? I've lost family. I can't fucking...
Yeah.
Oh my...
All right, take a breather for a sec. You don't realize, you don't understand. I'm gonna use your own words against you here. I have lost family members. I've lost friends, and I've almost lost myself. I have scars from when I've tried to take my own life because things have seemed so fucking pitiful that I can't escape. Now, I want to tell life to go fuck off, and I'll live my life my own way. But that only comes with having experienced the shit that I've experienced. You want to say to me, oh, well, you can't make a joke because you haven't tried to kill yourself. Mate, I fucking tried and I failed. So what do you do when you can't fucking... When you fail at failing, you succeed.
All right, I just
That's
want
all I'm gonna fucking say.
I don't mean to butt in, because after this little donation, I will get to a particular point about this.
Yeah, I'll mute.
Sons of Psyop says, Cass, send me PayPal. I will buy you coffee. Maybe later. I've deleted my PayPal because of the whole misinformation $2,000 fine bullshit they were doing. Because that could be used against anybody. I'll probably set up an alternative when I can or whatever, and I'll send you that. It's not a big deal. Now my issue with this is that you seem to not you don't seem to understand the concept of dark humor, and that people who genuinely go through some horrible shit are usually the most likely to use that as a coping mechanism against a lot of the horrid, dreary, and uncomfortable aspects of life that everyone goes through. And that's exactly the reason why I refuse to capitulate to people like you. because I know the reason why these jokes are being made, and they're not made out of malice. They're not made out of hiding anything. They're made out of an expression to talk about this stuff in a way that a lot of people won't be able to take it in a serious manner. I've followed many comedians when I was a kid, and one of the common talking points of comedy is that it's the icebreaker for many dark, uncomfortable conversations. It really is. People are horrible at dealing with real world problems all the time, so jokes help a lot, and they do. Have you ever heard of the psychology of the trickster, by the way, or philosophy rather?
Hey, so what about those 40 bodies I buried behind that Wendy's back in Alabama?
Go back in 07?
All right, Dew, you still there?
No, Dew, I want to ask you, do you know what a trickster is? Do you know what a court jester is?
Generally, if something was in medieval time.
Yeah, okay, so the jester is a respected member of court who tells jokes and is the only person that could legally get away with it without being slaughtered by the king. And the reason for this is that a a jester is meant to be a reflection of the funny, dark reality of life. The philosophy of a trickster is someone who makes jokes about the horrifying realities of life in order for people to examine themselves and humble themselves to an otherwise dreary, grimdark existence that they're in. That's the point of humor. Humor has always been about this. When I talk about this shit and make jokes about it, I've been told by many people, yes, many of them including victims of predators, telling me that they prefer my style of humor because it helps them deal with the subject better. That I'm not just screaming at them all the time about dark shit. I'm not doing this Hotline Miami trick where I'm going this like really dark, deep voice where I'm talking about how we need to take everything super seriously and only talk about it like it's a police report. You know, no, it doesn't work that way.
I'm gonna put it in a way you can understand, dude. When you're ramming someone from the back fucking 24/7, they're eventually gonna get tuckered out. You want to give them some fucking aftercare before you go back in.
Yeah. So
Omega, that's not fair. They don't understand sex.
My point is, my content isn't for those who can't handle jokes. In fact, it isn't for those who just can't handle having these dark conversations in general anyway, because you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's life. People enjoy the shit for what it is. I mean, you've seen the channel. It's grown a lot. People really do want to see this stuff. It's a break away from, I mean, it's talking about similar shit a lot of other people say, but it's doing it in a way that people can actually be able to dissect it and, you know, consume the content without it being like just, you know, sluggish, depressing bullshit. Anyway, someone says, is that a slight to Mama Max? No, I actually like Mama Max's content. But I will say, like, the whole edgy bit where it's just all dark and dreary and little jokes kind of makes it hard. Okay, so yeah, have you ever read dark comedy? Have you ever read it?
Generally,
have you read an epic like the Iliad or the Odyssey?
Have you ever accepted that when people tell you off that you don't accept it?
Yes or no?
We'll get into that too, I promise. I just want to know, do you read these giant tragedies stories, like, you know, Norse mythology and whatever?
Sometimes I may dabble in it.
For example.
That's a lie. You're still trying to get past Teletubbies. We all know.
So let me. All right. Hold on. Oh, I love it. Sorry, that was a good joke, but hold on.
I like it.
I just want to say this. So, and this is something Shakespeare has also said as well. The best way to ease up tension in a story is humor. You have to remember to add levity to your story. Otherwise, if it's just constant intensity all the time with no breaks, people just tune out. People like to talk about some dark shit sometimes. Let's be real. True crime is really popular for that reason. But people would love some levity because it makes them, you know, take a break from all of that really dark, heavy shit. If you ever read a manga, I personally recommend Berserk. That's exactly what happens. Really depressing. But when there's jokes on it, the jokes fucking land because they're actually not bad jokes, and they're well placed for what the story's telling. That's just how it is. This is no different than what it is on YouTube, on journalism, on these websites. You got to remember that people are people. They need humor. If mine's a bit too crass and too mean for some people, they have a choice. Don't watch me.
If I ended up reading Berserk and fucking things like Puck didn't exist, I'd probably be a lot more depressed than I am usually. Let's be real.
Also, let's be real here. I don't think Dew has read anything beyond Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
That's a bit too much for his
Gage
level.
the Loudmouth for $2 says comedy is used as a sword and shield. Yes, it is. Very much so.
Pokemon Sword and Shield game glitch.
Community next summer.
Guys, may I also add a little bit to what you said?
Yeah.
So, from a perspective of someone who likes very much the concept of contrast, of contrasting things that make one seem better than the other, not only do you add an effect to the comedy, but you also add sort of a reassurance or a juxtaposition of, hey, this shit's like, you don't grow numb to it. Because you have that juxtaposition there that holds you, this is reality, this isn't like some fucking bullshit story. And you don't grow numb to the fucking pain and suffering of it. You are kind of there's a break from it. But that break also gives you that little bit of air before you are plunged back down, and it makes you understand like the genuine pain, suffering, and the what's going on is very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's a whole world out there beyond Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and Steven Universe porn.
So I'm putting it like this: I've never at any point tried to act like that I was more important than I actually am, despite what you may think and how Asafa likes to think. Asafa likes to be overly dramatic about the people that she critiques and gets mad over, because that's how she tries to manipulate people. I am literally just an asshole on the internet that puts together content and stuff that I can research and talk about and talk with people with, and I make the content that I do. You can take that or leave that. It's really not that special in the great scheme of things, but it does seem to help a lot of people, so that's the reason why I put a lot of effort into it.
Sorry to interrupt. It's 12 a.m. right now. Thanks for having me on. It's been really fun. Brain
It's been an
damaging.
honor to
I
see
think
you.
I have a nosebleed.
You're so
hope
big.
you guys have a good one.
All right.
You too.
Have a good one.
See you later.
Take care. Take care.
So, Dew, why do you still have an issue with these jokes?
I generally told you why. I generally don't like suicide jokes. There's a lot of people out there that don't.
I don't care what a lot of people say. There's also a lot of people who do like my humor.
But that goes back to this whole time.
Maybe those people are not my audience.
The feelings of many don't outweigh the
Why do you want to
feelings
be
of the
friends with
few.
everyone?
This is actually game for pointless. I'm gonna actually go. This is
Okay.
actually making me mentally unstable right now. You guys have a good one.
Later.
See ya.
If you will excuse me, I have a legitimate question to ask you. Why do you want to befriend everyone? Because from the way you're acting, the way you're telling us about how you can't make this joke, you can't do that, it seems like you want to be friends with everyone. Is that the point? Do you want cats to be friends with everyone?
I'm just generally saying, I think making a joke about suicide and other topics is not okay.
That's your personal opinion. Yes, that's understandable.
But it doesn't
why
make
do
us
you act on
pedophiles.
them? Why do you keep repeating these opinions? Why are you here now?
I could ask the same question. Why haven't you kicked me out of your group chats? You generally haven't.
Because
because you're funny.
Because you're a funny little spurg to mock, that's why.
Yeah.
Because you're a funny little shit.
We like
Literally,
laughing
we
at you.
like laughing at you.
And admittedly, hold on. Admittedly, you also give us a lot of material to laugh at you because you basically incriminate yourself every 5 seconds. Like
Yeah, you're a jester.
There's hours upon hours of content that could be made on you because of that.
You're like if Live Leak was a person. You're just one wreck after another after another.
Yeah.
You're a fucking clown, not like a Joker clown or, you're the big scary No, you're just a sad alcoholic who has to pay child support. And we're laughing at you. We're just pointing and we're laughing.
You were the fucking Joker in the latest movie that was tied to a radiator and left for dead because his mom was a drug addict and no one loved him.
Wondering, because you've kicked a lot of people. This is
You get what you fucking deserve, Cat's
Okay, I'm gonna ask
a lot of people.
Okay, hold on.
For stopping you from talking. You have not done it to me.
Dude, I need to ask you another question. Why do you have the need to defend these people that you don't even know?
Like I said, you haven't read my report, have you? You haven't seen what
because you didn't send any reports. I would have seen your opinion if you would have sent the reports, and not only that, spoke coherently.
I generally give other people my reports before I'm done with them.
Have you read my report? No, you haven't sent us your report. Well, I don't generally give people my report.
So
hey, dude, have you read this amazing book I'm writing? It's not been published, not been written. It still exists in my head. Have you read it yet? It's really good.
You haven't.
Hello, Bubo. Welcome to the show.
As a jester myself, on behalf
You
of all
haven't seen what I put together about the other side, but still, you guys still think I'm defending, and you haven't seen what
I already talked to the other side. They were on my show.
Yeah.
Yep.
They acted the way they did.
I also have a legitimate question for you, Dew. So why is it that now answer me honestly and don't lie to me. Why is it that your story changes every hour? Like first it's you're a fucking EMT, a volunteer EMT at that, and that doesn't exist. Now you work at some suicide hotline, then you work at fucking Wendy's. Now you're studying journalism like your boyfriend does. I'm connecting a lot of dots here that don't make any fucking sense.
Can I ask also, when it comes to EMT, how many years can you get in trouble for that?
You can get upwards of 5 to 10 years for impersonating a first responder. I do have a detective who can actually back me up on that.
Oh shit. Active
So shout out to my friend Hunter if you're watching the show.
Hunter out alone.
Shout out to Hunter. Shout out to Hunter.
So,
detectives always do good work.
Oh yeah, guys, hold on.
Hunter, you're based unless you do something I disagree with. Okay, sorry.
All right. So, why do you feel the need to impersonate an EMT?
I never was impersonating. Again,
Yes, you were.
You are on audio recording of you saying, and I quote, "I am a volunteer paramedic."
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't have facts. I'm not.
Oh.
Just because you watch somebody's TikTok, just because you watch somebody's fucking TikTok, doesn't mean shit.
Before you
You don't timestamp when you post a TikTok. One of my TikTok videos up in the
You're
group.
doing it again. You're
Dude,
doing it
calm
again.
down.
Have a Snickers.
Okay,
down, dude.
honey, baby,
Generally,
boo bear.
Generally, my TikToks have timestamps.
Do, honey, I think you have me muted again. You need to unmute me, okay?
That's something I'm genuinely upset with you guys.
Dude, calm down.
Oh
Calm down, buddy. Calm down. Let's take a breather, okay? Let's take a breather.
Dude, take a breath. In.
Eddie's
out.
here. Eddie's here.
In.
Come on, buddy. Calm down.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm okay. I just generally want to. I want to know why. I just want to know why. Why would you say that? Because you know that now. This is me being caring and not being upset towards you. This is something that kind of irks me enough to actually say something about it because, look, people go around all the time. They go around all the time impersonating cops. They go and kidnap people. They rape them. They kill them. Okay? I'm trying to save your skin at this point and being like, why would you say that? It's that
But
simple.
again, you don't have proof of me lying. All you have is you keep asking me for certificates. I don't have to give that.
I have a
I don't.
Just like I don't have to give, just like I don't have to give you my ID number for the people that I work for neither. It's the same thing. But when you are on audio recording stating that, which you were, and I can pull up the video and drop it in this live stream Discord chat, or I can go and make a soundbite and use my soundboard and play it back to you.
Hey,
It is that
Just
simple.
generally saying,
All
I
right,
do a
hold
lot.
on. Hold on. There is something I do have to bring up real quick, and it's a statement someone said on Twitter. And I think this is the best way I can describe how stupid this conversation is. So, I call groomers and predators out regardless of sex, gender, sexuality, and political affiliation. You only care about people being groomers or predators to make false accusations due to minority status. We are not the same.
Yes.
If I
Yeah.
may, say one thing while we're still on the EMT stuff. Dude, just because you know how to give someone CPR doesn't mean you're automatically an EMT. You don't know how to hold an IV bag. You don't know how to put an IV into somebody. You don't know any of the steps to keep them calm or what to do in a situation while someone's literally bleeding out on the floor. You know how to probably pump a heart because you got mandatory training to do CPR. You are not a voluntary EMT.
Generally,
Please stop
it's
calling
fucking
yourself that
8:05 in the morning where I am.
and go to bed.
Go to
It
sleep,
is
big
4
guy.
a.m. for me.
No, I was going
It is
to bed.
8:05 a.m.
You're not gonna go to bed? You're not gonna go to bed? Mommy
I
need
have
to get
stuff
you a bottle. Mommy need to get you a bottle, get you a binky. Get you
Oh,
a
does
binky,
my
you
little
big
baby
baby.
boy need to have a little
I have
passy and a
shit
snappy
to
change?
go do.
So, another...
We'll get 15 guys to rock you to
guys,
bed. All right, I gotta go.
guys,
See y'all later.
Later,
My turn.
Jerry.
All right, later, man.
So, we're circling back to this logic. So, why do you feel that pedo hunting is not journalism to you?
I don't think public shaming people because generally, and again, it will be when I decide to post what I think. You see, you're trying to get my opinion on your show. I'm not going to give you that because as soon as I post it, it will be there.
I'm asking opinions in general, Bucko. It doesn't really matter what you
Are you saying that because your opinion is wrong?
No.
Eyes of the social populace?
Oi.
Plague.
Plague, actually, generally opinions are not long. They're just generally somebody's opinion.
No. I see what this is. You think your opinion carries more weight than it actually does.
No.
It's very obvious.
I just don't let people know what I'm thinking about until I
You are
post
definitely the type that doesn't understand the concept of eating your humble pie.
Dude, this
No.
Dude,
no,
this
no,
isn't
no.
book club.
I just don't give other people the chance to hear my opinion until I decide to drop it.
Then how are people gonna know how you feel? Like if you don't say it, nobody's a fucking psychic here.
Another question.
I
Why
try
the
to
fuck you
explain
here?
to you guys, I don't stick up for them, but I generally don't agree with public shaming them either. I
All right.
generally think that they're going to get what they get.
All right,
when they go to court.
hold on. Then you're a fool. You don't know what journalism is then. Yes. No.
No, I definitely do.
No, you don't. People who call out this shit use public shaming tactics all the time. Everyone has done this. The whole point of exposing darkness into the light is so we can judge it for what it is.
I do have something to add on that.
Yeah, hold on. No, I'm not remotely finished.
Go ahead.
As Elijah Porter says, from Caswar Fox, why does he use the arguments used by pedos and zoos? The word generally and public shaming are used by them all the time. He keeps slipping. That is a good question. Can you care to explain, Dew?
Generally, I generally say a lot of times because I can, and also because I'm generally speaking for
Why
a
do you use
lot
the
of people,
rhetoric
not
of
just
child
that community.
molesters?
Not
Dew?
just that community has
Why?
said that about you.
Why? Why do you use the rhetoric of pedophiles? Dew?
I love it how you guys accuse generally
Why
just with
do you
one group
use
of
the
people.
rhetoric
So this
of
has
known
been the thing.
pedophiles? No,
With
I'm
you.
asking you a question. It's not an accusation. It's a question.
I'm answering the question.
with an
I can
accusation.
use words that are not in a group's category. You
Yeah,
asked
I'm
for
not the only
check.
one that just heard our community. What the hell?
What the
Our
fuck?
community.
I said your
Well, you're-
community.
No, you said
Oh.
my community.
Wait.
You fucking slipped up, Bucko.
Oh my god, did he
I
act?
never.
So you are an
Oh.
ABDL, yes?
Are you
You are an
going to accuse
ABDL.
me?
Are
Because
you
I'm
aware?
in that.
So did you say my community or our community?
I said your community
No,
again.
I have people in the chat says they hear our community as a response. You
I also
slipping,
have
boy.
people on my saying your community.
We caught you slacking. Caught you slacking,
But again,
don't we?
I generally say general because
Don't
that is a
gaslight.
word
This
you
is
say
on
online.
record forever now.
Oof.
But you're going to accuse me off of one word. You see, where's your facts?
It's
Because
called
I say general.
it's called a Freudian slip, Bucko.
Another thing,
No.
you seem to be accusing Cass of that the whole fucking time.
Yeah, is it almost like a certain thing called projection? Oh my god.
Do you understand the jokes that he makes has come to my accusation?
Okay, you're a fuckwad. I'm literally all about being sardonic or sarcastic. It's how I work.
I
think
really
You're
he
think
going
broke
all of
him.
us are.
judge people by the category.
Do you even understand what those
We're
words I
judging
just
you
said
by
are?
your actions.
Yeah, I'm confused about this now.
I am too. But Dew, I have a question for you. So you study journalism, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I have something to add to what Cass said earlier about public shaming. Do you not agree with Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator, where perverted justice goes off and catches suspected, alleged, not convicted, some are not, pedophiles for engaging in sexual and lewd conversations with kids as young as 10, who should not be on the
But I've
internet
never
to
seen
begin
the
with.
show.
Okay, well, the show is everywhere, but
I haven't seen it. It hasn't come.
We are describing it to you, so
yes,
listen.
yes, I'm gonna describe it to you. It's a man. His name is Chris Hansen. Okay, he used to work with Dateline NBC. He would use a sheriff's organization called Perverted Justice to catch grown-ass men as old as Zerkalo, 34, and higher to go off and have sexual and lewd conversations with kids as young as 10. All right, I'm describing the show to you now. The show has him reading off of a transcript of everything that they said. This is how caught in fucking 4K you are.
Can I just say
You
something?
are caught in 4K, dude.
Can I just say
You're
something?
going to accuse me because I use certain fucking words.
Guys, hold on here. I'm reading comments I'm getting from the chat. Elijah Porter says that he absolutely said R. I played it multiple times. Lord says I did not fucking hear your. I heard my community.
But again, you're going to accuse me for using fucking words.
Well,
for using.
Wait, hold on.
You accused us of using.
No, hold on.
I don't use words like you do.
No.
I don't use grooming. I don't make jokes like that.
Hold on. Didn't you start accusing me of all this horrible shit because of the funny man words I've said on the internet?
But you're going to accuse me of certain words.
So
you make jokes.
So you don't like
with
it.
Those words.
So you don't like it when it happens back to you.
No. Kaz, you're going to say because I say general, because I say certain words. You like to make.
You accuse us of being pedophiles for jokes?
Somebody has a thing called rules for thee, but not for me.
No, you like to make jokes with grooming in it. You like to say you groom people as a joke. That's not fucking okay.
When did I say that?
He didn't say that.
Wait.
Plus, remember, I was the one who taught you what grooming was.
Well, hold on. Since when did I made my own Sweetie Squad?
I send it to you. I did send it to you.
Dude, your map is flipping. You know that?
I get chat. I guess everyone in the chat's my Sweetie Squad now. Member of the Sweet
Oh no,
Sweetie
I think
Platoon.
guys,
Sweet
oh no,
Sweetie Platoon.
guys, I think Dew is just straight up confused Kaz Warfox for Mr. Medicare. Which I mean,
Oh.
the furry Medicare joke is like gone too far, man. Chill.
No,
I feel like we're in some perfect blue nightmare right now. I can feel it.
Go to your Twitter on
The Medicare will consume all.
November 11th.
You make that into a
Put it in
religion.
the chat.
You
You've been up for more than 48
somebody
hours, dude.
as a joke, you fucking piece of shit.
Sweetie Squad of Rise Up.
Fucking, I think this guy's been up for more than 48 hours. I think he's been up for the whole 4 days on no sleep.
Well, we just need a Sweetie Squad versus the Groom Platoon.
Okay, you blue-haired fucking bitch, we get it. You write articles. You are real journalist.
Sarcastic terrorists, rise up.
Yeah, here we go. Rise up.
Rise up,
Rise
Chudbuds.
up.
Our fellow Chudbuds have rise up for the Holy Land.
Oh, he left.
He went to the live stream. He went to the live stream Discord VC.
I'm gonna drag him fucking back.
Alright.
Cass, that's right.
That's right.
That's right.
In this
That's right.
in this household, we only have one religion, and that's for the great almighty Jimbo.
Yes, understandable.
Can I have my Slim Jim now?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I need to go grab breakfast. I will be back.
Everyone remember, Oliwa Snark Bar.
He left again.
He's in the general chat. He's in general chat harassing Benji.
This is
Oh,
weird.
cool.
It's harassed me. It's harassed me. He's harassing Benji. Oh, and he left.
Oh, shit.
Start straightening my hair.
He keeps running. He keeps running.
He didn't splurge
Running
out,
away
though.
from his problems, just like he ran away from his abusive dad.
Oh wait, no,
Oh, shit.
Oh wait, no, Fur. He went off to go eat fucking Sappho's ass again.
So,
oh yeah, you know what? Like she was probably calling him back and being like, "Come here, Dewey."
I guess at this point, hold on, guys. I think at this point we should consider this a win. He just left.
I definitely think this is a big fat fucking W. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or but that this guy, like, yeah, he's definitely, like, you know, a fucking predator himself, and he just is, like, trying to, like, deny that he has a paraphilia. Like, fucking, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know how else to fucking say it. Like, all the evidence is right there. He keeps leading us around in fucking circles, making us do horsey dances, and it's like, we are tired of your fucking, weird shit, Mr. Man.
Hey, I have an idea. Can we play the Final Fantasy Victory theme?
I think
Oh, he's in waiting room.
Wait,
He's
he's
back.
back.
Never mind.
Back.
Stream's still on.
He's back.
Welcome back, Dew.
Welcome
Right.
back,
That's
Dew.
right.
Wait.
I do actually I do have another question for you, Dew, before you left. Are you prepared to answer it?
I do
Can
need
you
to
hear
start
me?
selling hats. I agree with that.
Depends, because I do have a tweet from this person making a joke that he says he does not make jokes about.
Okay, I'm gonna make a comment about the jokes. All right. So, do you remember earlier that how I told you that I was raped as a young child? Do you understand? No, I'm making a point here. Do you understand that my dark humor comes from that because I actively suffer from post-traumatic stress, and that's how I deal with it. There is no medication, no treatment for post-traumatic stress that I know of at the moment. So, in order for me to cope with it, I make dark jokes. Okay, everyone makes fucking dark jokes. If you don't like dark jokes, then get the fuck off the internet. Seriously, man. Or just or press the X at the top of the screen and close it and go out for a walk or something. Enjoy life instead of bitching on TikTok and bitching on Twitter and bitching on everywhere else about it. I've had a problem with that for years because of people like you.
Do.
A famous rogue internet man once said, "Dude, just rip your Ethernet cord,
Oh my
Ethernet
god.
cord out of the wall.
Hold on, guys.
Go outside.
Guys, hold on.
No, I remember that. We'll have a. I think I need to look up a clip on that because I'm sure that's saved somewhere. Because I do remember that joke. Yeah, I fucking love watching Rogue Internet Man when he went after lolcows. It's funny. Anyway, so he's now it, because I think that's the best way to describe you at this point is an it. has decided to post a meme on quote, and yes, I put quotations in this. Hello there, on the special episode of Groom Struggles. I just proven the accusations against me by solely focusing on critiquing pin memes. Ha 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 ha. Yes, that was a joke on Zerkalo.
No, you
How
said
is that a
groom and
suicide
Chicago.
joke,
I have it right
dude?
in front of you, dumbass.
That's not a suicide joke either. That was literally a joke I made about Zerkalo.
You said on this special episode of grooming.
Yeah, groom struggles. You know what their name was before they became transphobes posting L's?
I'm just genuinely
Zoophile struggle tweets.
Genuinely.
There,
I'm
dude.
just
You
genuinely
want
saying,
something to cry
I showed
about?
people that joke.
Well,
and that's what you got upset about.
Oh my god, it's just words on the internet, you soft bastard.
Also, learn context, please, because here's the thing. It seems like you came at Kaz and you don't want to admit defeat because you didn't do your homework and you didn't come into class with the appropriate work, and now you look like a fool in front of the teacher.
You know, I genuinely have a lot of people agree with me. That's not.
Yeah.
How many people here agree with you? Are your little fellow ABDL diaper wearing bastards agreeing with you, being like, "Oh yeah, Kaz wife life is so mean." You want something really to complain about? Look at the art I hand drew of the beautiful Pedozuzer Kahlo. Will groom kids for Persona Pits. Now that's a great joke, if you ask me.
You know, you keep saying all these people are defending you, but over the past 5 days, isn't it funny that all these people you keep claiming are preaching your word and such, none of them have come here to try to defend you? Nobody. Not even one.
Nobody's coming to save you, dude. Just
everyone
accept
here
the
is
fact
laughing
that
at
you
you.
lost.
If you had a following that would follow you to the ends of the earth, who actually cared about you, at least one of them would be here. Like, for example, if I got into some situation, I think I could probably trust at least one of these people to come to my back. You don't have that. You're sad
I
and
don't
lonely
need
and pathetic.
people to fight my struggles. That's the sad thing about Kaz.
Okay.
Then you're heavily relying on other people.
Yeah, you're relying. You just said
Because I get information, I get stuff analyzed. That's different
okay,
than you guys
Goldfish
actually
Brain.
sticking up
Okay,
for stuff. I
okay,
genuinely
fucking
fight
poo poo
for
brain.
myself,
Okay,
and that's
diarrhea
frustrating
head.
as
Okay,
Did your
person.
mom
fucking
do
diaper
crocodile
fetish.
in
Just
the
go use
womb?
your Hitachi
All
wand.
right, guys.
You need
hold on.
release
Did your mom do
stress.
crocodile
Calm
in the
down.
womb?
Calm down. Seriously, shut up, people. Cool it. I get it. Just cool it. So, you need to understand the concept of a joke. You really do. Because that's all you got on me. Is jokes I made at the expense of people like Zerkalo and Sappho. They're not me owning anything about me. It's not an own of any self-description. It is literally me mocking the behavior of shitty people. If you can't handle those type of jokes, then you're not cut out for any type of position within journalism. You're not cut out in any form of commentary or critique. You're just not.
No, I genuinely don't think you understand. You had a whole bunch of people backing you. That's the sad thing. You never actually confronted me over text. You only confront me when you have a recording.
You literally came at me with wanting to have a stream about this, and I said sure, and I sent you a link to the war room.
Cass.
It does not matter.
Cass, I think I figured out what Dew is trying to say. He's asked mad because we're all here. He wants a one-on-one.
Okay, here's the thing. I've tried that. You would run anyway. I get muted every time. It's just me and you, because this is the problem. I say something that really gets into your skin, and then you decided to fucking mute my ass every time.
Yeah, but then you get frustrated, but you still don't kick me when I mute you. You threaten me, and
I don't. Did not threaten you.
Last time they said if I didn't let you unmute you, the call would end.
I said the call would end. Oh, boo-hoo. There's no point in having a conversation with people if they mute.
But you just generally can't stop being muted.
You don't want to get frustrated.
You just genuinely
So
can't be okay.
at the end of the day, the only thing you're mad about is jokes. That is literally your fucking battle cry. Is crying and trying to beat people into the dirt as you cry like a bitch. You are a crybully. You are pathetic. I am.
You know your jokes?
I don't.
Genuinely have caused issues for people. You can't
For
see
monsters,
that as a
yeah.
fucking
If
human
they cause
being.
jokes for people, they don't have to fucking watch. They don't have to. We aren't.
They're
We
about
can.
them.
You don't get the
They're
concept.
about them.
You don't
This
get
is
the
the
concept.
Hold on. For monsters, yeah. I'm sure it hurts a lot of feelings of the monsters I critique, but it's directed at a specific group of people, and that is pedophiles and dogfuckers. You know,
No, it doesn't
there's a
just
certain
affect
no, no, no,
people.
no, no, no. Let me finish.
You make the whole pedo hunting community look like a fucking joke.
No, I don't.
Oh, this is what it is. So
No, no, no.
Okay, dude, you know what?
I have
think,
reached out to
you make
several
your
other
entire
communities and
community
show
look
they
like a
don't
joke.
know who the fuck you are.
Oh,
I've
okay.
asked people out on the street who the fuck you are. Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
He's
Is this the argument?
Okay, dude. So if I went out to my nearest
You
AB
generally
ABDL
asked
and I
a
asked them who
question,
you were they know who
and
you are?
I'm going to go get information.
Bullshit.
Anyway, I can.
Do anyone know who you are, bro? Does anyone in Providence, Rhode Island know who you are?
Oh my god.
If you're just a crazy hobo that's living out in the streets, yelling at people over, I'm homeless, feel bad for me.
Yeah, press
No,
X. Press X to down on that one. Anyway, no.
I generally go up to people and say, "Do you know who this person is? Do you know this channel?" And they say no.
Of course they don't know because
Because they have lives, dipshit. They have
But I've
something
asked
called a
them general
life.
questions about other known pedo hunters, and they're like, "Yeah, I know who that is."
Okay, name a pedo hunter. Name a pedo hunter right now. Like, for real.
Name three. Name three, actually.
You know,
Actually, 5. Make it 5.
Dude, the fact is that you're trying to get me to name stuff, but I generally put Cass up to several known people, and people don't know who he is.
Of course.
You guys say you have a big ass connection with people. I'm
Because
pretty
he's
sure
a
you
famous,
know.
he's not valid.
Okay, so I'm confused. So you're trying to say I'm a joke in a community where I'm an unknown. It doesn't make any sense because if I'm an unknown, no, let me finish. If I'm an unknown, then there is no reputation to build yet, and therefore I'm not considered a joke anyway.
But if I destroy your reputation before you even get
Oh,
that's the
so
funny
that's
thing.
your intentions.
Oh, this is how it is.
My
Okay.
brother in Christ, you already destroyed your own.
Let me tell you this, right? Like, I've been wanting to say this, right? Dude, you're a literal nobody. You don't even have, all you have is like a TikTok with like only 5, maybe 4 people. You know, I get it. At the same time, Cass is small, and that's your point. But at the same time, you should eat your humble pie and learn how to be humble. Because here's the thing: size doesn't matter. It's about the effectiveness. It's about how punchy you can be. It's not about the size. Listen. Stop. Hold on. I'm not done yet. Unlike you, who's been doing this as a clout chasing thing on TikTok and such, where you accuse people of rape and all kinds of stuff. Unlike you, Cass has been doing this with no problems. He's not mad about, oh, I don't have enough numbers like this, I don't have like that. He's in this because he does what's right. You, on the other hand, you're doing it because it gets the most amount of attention that you didn't get from your dad.
Ooh.
No, that's not the reason.
So,
Dude, I need to throw my fucking
is
insult into the pile
that I
here.
want to show Cass that he's at the bottom of the barrel.
I don't care if I am in a
Honey,
bottle.
Pamperchew is more popular than you are. You are a fucking nobody. You are projecting. You literally have a video on your TikTok of you electrifying a brass key. That is something Pamperchew would do.
So,
Go barbecue some diapers and get some views on
Okay.
TikToks. Maybe dehydrate a
this out
couple of them. Maybe flush a
watched my
couple diapers
TikTok,
down the
right?
toilet, and then you'll be popular. And then you'll have no reason to attack Kaz
So
again.
let me get this straight.
You would genuinely know.
Am I allowed to talk now? Because I get a lot of interruptions at this point. So
You would generally know a little bit more about me, but you generally don't
do
pay
not
attention
care.
to certain videos.
I do not care. This entire conversation we've been having with you for days is already more than enough to tell the type of person you are. I don't need much
You
else.
see, that's the sad thing. I got enough.
I do not care. Let me finish.
So just mute you again. That's fine because you just say you don't care.
Shut the fuck up, you failed abortion.
So let's make this clear. I'm not in it to be this internet famous type of guy. At all. I do not care if I'm small on the platform. I really fucking don't. I've made that clear 1,000 times. That's not the issue here. if I really wanted to be popular, and that's all my concern, I would have handled so much shit so much differently. But no, that's not how I function. It doesn't matter how small you are on the platform. The truth cuts all the same. I've said this to you already, and you failed to learn this lesson the first time I've told you. There is plenty of times where my content has been on some pretty big platforms because what I said was the truth. It did not matter how small I was. And I think that's what infuriated you. Maybe you're envious of other people's successes, perhaps. Might explain a lot, actually.
No.
Because all you talk about... No, absolutely. Because every single time, all you talk about is the views. All you talk about is the followers. All you talk about is reputation. If you gave a single Sam Hillary fuck about the subjects you care about, you would realize that reputation means practically nothing compared to the truth. Compared to doing things that are actually genuinely a good thing for other people to understand. This is the fucking problem. You are a perpetual fucking pussy. You are the definition of those who stand up for a righteous cause because you want attention, not because you want to do the dirty work.
No.
No, yeah, that's exactly what. You want to be a mouthpiece. You don't want to be an actual fucking person. You don't want to be the unsung heroes in history that do the dirty work so that people can actually feel safe or success or, or survive on something. There's lots of people throughout history who are the unsung heroes who sacrifice themselves while never taking a single shred of fucking credit. Ever.
Cash, you actually say you do your hunting. You've never found out my actual name.
I never tried to go after your information, dumbass. I do not care. I like mocking you. What would serve me to go after your information? It would not serve me one bit.
But you see, that just
I do not need to know anything about you. I already know what you are. I know what type of monster and piece of shit you are. That's all I need to know to figure out who the fuck you are. I don't need to know your name.
That just gives a point. You don't do your research on someone.
No, I do plenty of my research. You're just not worth the effort.
In fact, you're the one who doesn't do research because you came here with no research aside from the fact that you took your boyfriend's word and you came in here without any research and you started attacking Cass Warfox for no reason.
Assuming his boyfriend isn't his hand.
Right, that is true. Or the vibrator.
All right, everybody. I would love to stay and continue berating Dew about his ABDL collection. But I need to stop losing sleep over this. So I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night. Good night, Christy. Take care.
That's not a fucking
You guys
joke.
too.
I will make that fucking clear to you. That is not a fucking joke.
What is not a joke?
You get that for your fucking fucking piece of shit brain.
What is not a joke?
To go tell somebody to kill themselves is not a fucking joke.
You have literally no right to basically make up my intentions for me. I'm my own person. Sorry, I know that you were probably raised in an environment where your family raised you to be a narcissistic little shitbag that thinks that you have entitlement to do and say whatever you want, but that's not how reality works. You can't claim my intentions for me, fuckwad. I'm not a toy.
But you see, can I just quote something that you generally said in the first one?
Which?
You said because you're autistic, you can call me a fucktard, mentally retarded.
Yeah.
Autistic?
No, that's not how that works.
No, absolutely. It's called a claimable slur.
No, it's not.
Well, okay, so basically there's no middle ground when it comes to humor, so basically it's all or nothing. Okay, well, I pick saying that in this server, everyone is sanctioned to say whatever they like, so long as they're not Fed posting.
Can I do something here? Have you ever heard of Star Trek?
I'm just generally saying.
Okay, have you ever seen Star Trek? Have you ever watched Star Trek? Like the original series?
I have.
Okay, have you seen the episode where there's a version of Abraham Lincoln that appears on the Enterprise? And did you see the scene where, well, basically, President Lincoln calls, Uhura a racial slur? And you know what Uhura and Captain Kirk did?
What he did.
No. Let me finish. You need to let me finish. You know what they said? In the 23rd century, words have no meaning. So, in order to build a better society, right? Well, as stated by Star Trek, one needs to let go of pre-existing notions about certain words and progress beyond that. That's what Cass is trying to do. You need to understand that.
Yeah, imagine the tardation of saying, like, for example, someone in the server, let's say they made a joke about Jews. I said you can't say that, and it turns out, oh well, they're Jewish themselves. That's totally not an optics landmine and a half. So what's the
Hey,
point?
Dew.
No.
Also,
Look in the live stream chat.
yeah, I was about to bring attention to that. So in the
That you, bro?
in the screenshots that I posted, you straight up, the first conversation you ever said to me, I didn't even know who you were until you said this to me. You called me a retard.
You generally, I call you what you call other people.
Oh, so it's only okay when you do it. See, that's the difference.
No, you see, you give no respect
You are a
to people,
hypocrite. You are absolutely a hypocrite.
You're a hypocrite. You genuinely want respect. You want me to put my emotion sides for your fucking
Dude.
respect.
Which you've never
You want me to
respected
get on my
anyone in
knees.
here.
It begs for your fucking respect. That's what the kind of fucking person you are.
Dude, listen. You're a hypocrite.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Yep.
You are.
He genuinely said he wanted me, and I wrote this to put my emotions aside for his respect.
Oh, I say that to everyone. You know what happens when people try to join the server? I tell them to put all that baggage that isn't related to the show, at the door when they, right at the door when they join. Leave it at the door, because this is not a place. And that's expected. That's expected of everyone. Because if you start acting like a spurg over nothing, people will mock you. Because because everyone's supposed to be, everyone's accepting of the fact here that if you're going to handle conversations, you need to handle like an adult. You can't just be a crybully, be a hypocritical crybully, and then expect it to pan out for you.
The fact is that you want to have your opinion only.
First of all, what's the show? The Hunt. Who hosts the show?
You see, again, that's your issue.
Who hosts the show? No. Who hosts the show? Is it you? Oh no, it's me. So
but it's not just your opinion.
So, I mean, I host a lot more than my opinion. Yes, absolutely. Especially what I host the most outside of me is the opinion of the victims. But outside of that, what is a show for the host? Oh, it's the host opinion. It's what the host thinks. It's what the host is willing to put out there. It's almost like that's the concept of a whole fucking show. Oh my god. Who would have thunk of that?
Holy shit, it's $1 million idea. Holy fuck.
Holy shit, man. I think we just discovered physics of this shit. Oh, I'm just joking. Anyway.
Fox, I think we broke science, didn't we not? I mean, we found the God particle.
So anyway, what the fuck is this? Did you guys talk about me? I think I had enough information here to say who the fuck you guys are going your whole chat past hour to do. One of you live in New York, 15 minutes from New Jersey. What's this? I can't even read this.
His sad attempt at doxing somebody in the Engages server, actually,
So,
as a matter of fact.
my issue with this is that you think you have permission to threaten and dox people when it's convenient to you. Is what I can
generally
easily tell.
do that in general facts.
So here's the thing, real quick, chat.
So I just gave to you. I generally did what you guys do to other people.
Nah.
You have a whole fucking website with people's information on it.
All right. So here's the thing, my beautiful audience. Do you believe that my opinion matters? Feel free to press 1 for yes, 2 for no.
This goes back to what we were talking about with Nos that one time, Cass. And when I asked her if she trusted me.
Now,
Cass, have you noticed how we... Oh, sorry.
You understand you use a website that has everybody's information on it.
Okay.
Oh, are you accusing him of being the owner and operator of Kiwi Farms? Because that's not Joshua Connor move.
No, I never accused him, but you guys generally talk about it a lot and use it.
Okay, listen, but he's not Joshua Connor move. Listen.
So again, you use a website with a lot of people's information on it. Yes or no?
Actually, hold on real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you this. Who is the owner of Kiwi Farms? Tell
I
me.
didn't say he was.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
I said
Okay. What is Cass's real name?
I never been on Kiwi Farms. So I
Oh
don't
my
generally
god.
want to go on there.
Okay.
But I know you guys like to post.
I do
people's
not want this
information that you
privilege
hate
of
on
speaking for the Kiwis. I am my own person. Thank you. I'm not touching
Yes.
that with a 10
And
foot pole.
and also, I'm gonna tell you this now. The owner of the Kiwi Farms, his real name is Joshua Connor Moon.
Yeah, his.
It comes up on Google.
Why would you
Hold on.
confuse?
Hold on. Let me DM Josh. Let me see if I could DM Josh. Let's see if I
Why
can.
would
if
you
I
get
still
Josh
have
on the fucking show while I'm gone.
Why?
Class,
Why?
I'm gonna be pissed.
No, seriously.
DMing Null.
Shut the fuck up, people. Why would you confuse me for Josh from Kiwi Farms?
I never confused you. See, you put.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, you just.
No, I said you guys use a website.
Oh
No. You straight up said Cass owns the website full of names and everything.
That. I never said
moron. You just did.
Why are you such a fucking idiot?
I never said own, you fucking retard. I said use.
Anyway,
you
look.
did.
All right, guys, please.
You're gaslighting us right now.
Calm down, or I'm going to have to start the muting process again.
Sorry.
Oh, like this?
Oh, did they just mute me?
I think so.
Did you mute?
I have
Tell
a
him to
question
unmute.
for you.
No. Tell him no. Tell him to unmute.
Oh.
That's fucking pathetic.
So, Cass, you
Unmute.
like to
Yes,
put
unmute him or you're
information
no.
on
Dew.
Kiwi Farms.
Dew,
So everybody
unmute
listening
him,
to
you
this
faggot.
live stream, that's
Dew,
where he
unmute
puts your
Cass.
fucking information.
Do you
Wait, where do
spastic? Unmute Cast.
Wait. Where do I put this information? What are you even talking about?
Schizo posting.
I don't even know. I'm
Do
fucking
you need to go?
lost.
Do you need to go back on your schizo meds, dude? What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
I got a dip. See y'all.
See ya.
Later, son.
Do you? Why in the fuck? I'm gonna try to make sense of this too. Why the actual?
All the people listening right now, that's where they like to put your information when they find it.
Oh my god.
Actually,
Oh,
no.
all 5 people. Gotcha.
Actually, no. That's not true. I'm going to break that one. No, that's not true. First of all, you want to know how you find people? It's public fucking information for a reason, number one. Number two, if you knew anything about fucking cybersecurity, you wouldn't be here speaking right now. Number three, Kiwi Farms is used for a lot of things, including outing pedophiles in the fandom. If you would have known anything about that, you would shut your fucking whore mouth about it. Cass does not post on Kiwi Farms. I do not post on Kiwi Farms. Not one person that I have met in Coyote server or here, as far as I'm aware.
You know, the
on
host
Kiwi
really
Farm.
does not like being muted. He has people DMing me to unmute him.
Right, and I'm
Like,
sure
that's
it's
actually gonna work.
I'm sure it's another. You're not supposed to mute the host of the show, but if I can finish my train of thought, please. You have not only threatened to dox people in Gage's server, you have threatened to dox me as well. I take that as a serious offense for a reason. I do not take lightly to that. Nobody should. And another thing, you splurging out and being an autistic idiot is not helping your case. I'm sorry to burst your little schizo bubble. You know nothing about cybersecurity or journalism or anything else. I have called you out about it. I'm going to keep calling you out about it. You were in a call full of, like, I don't know how many people, 50, saying that you were an EMT. I can't deal with that. Okay. Unmute Cass, or I don't know what he's going to do. Probably kick you from the call and the server. That is my word.
I just want to say real quick that I think it's hilarious because this fucking thing, I don't want to call it a person at this point. because I feel like that's a disgrace to the human race. Wants to virtue signal about the use of Kiwi Farms when it's a fucking gossip website where a lot of people, including weirdos like fucking pedophiles and dog fuckers, information end up on. It's one of many potential sources. It's not the only. It's not even argued as you shouldn't rely on as your main source anyway. That doesn't change the fact that it's also useful. I think it's funny how you got this really weird group of people who really don't like Kiwi Farms, and it's always the same group of people who have threads on them. I wonder why. Really jogging that noggin.
Well, I mean, Cass, just for the record.
What?
I know that we tend to observe the Kiwis, and yes, there are a couple of people that are associated with Kiwi Farms, but have you ever posted or done relatively anything on Kiwi Farms?
No.
Huh. Okay, so no.
No.
Not at all. Okay, so you haven't gotten a bunch of, like, I don't know, like, soldiers from Kiwi Farms and went like, go after this person, fly my monkeys, fly.
No.
No.
I don't respect the whole personal army bullshit anyway. So that's not how that would work. No.
Yeah, personal armies are gay.
Yeah.
It's funny
pretty
how
gay.
this Dew person thinks they know a lot about me despite knowing fucking nothing at all.
So, how many times have why haven't you learned your lesson from before?
Because he's got 70 IQ.
You decide to just come in and throw assertions towards Cass.
No, generally, there's people who've said he's gotten his information from Kiwi Farms.
Okay, there are people who have said.
People who have worked with him.
Oh, so who is this person? Tell me.
Who?
I don't have to give out my informants. Again, unlike you, I don't.
Your informants. Who are your informants?
Hold on. Then it's bullshit.
You're getting upset because I won't give
bullshit.
you who, but there's general people who left.
Bullshit.
Okay,
General people,
I have genuine proof that you like to wear expensive diapers.
Nah.
Okay.
All right, and somehow you were saying that you were homeless and able to afford those and a fucking pissy ass fursuit.
Again, so you're gonna say because I have nice items. Okay, let's all put this into perspective.
You were in a group home, you fucking idiot. You weren't homeless.
I'm not your
Actually, it was a
retard.
shelter.
Tell
It
him
was
to
an
unmute.
actual
Hold up,
shelter.
shut up. Tell him to unmute.
Unmute Cass.
So again, you're
Unmute.
going to say
Dew.
homeless people.
Dew.
You're not talking
Unmute
until you
Cass.
unmute me.
Mm-hmm.
Unmute him now.
It's funny that you think
You're
that-
not gonna
silence. It's funny that you think that your little attempt at doing this is somehow giving you power. It really doesn't.
And also, do unmute the host. Don't be a fucking moron.
Don't be a pussy, to be honest.
I'm gonna mute the host of the show.
You're generally going to say people who are homeless cannot have nice items.
No, people who are homeless don't deserve to have fucking stupid shit like a fucking expensive ass diaper.
What does
Like,
that
you
even
really
benefit them?
really think that whenever I was homeless that I was thinking, oh boy, I need to buy these fucking $20 to $60 fucking diapers so that way I can shit myself for my own fetish.
All right.
No, I was a bit too concerned with getting food.
Okay, hold on, guys, real quick. How long has this person been an issue? When did they start making their point? This person's been, I think, kind of starting shit for, let's see, probably about 4 days now. Maybe 5. A little hard to
We're
say.
still waiting on the making that point part.
He hasn't made one yet.
Yeah, they have not made the point. Like this dude. Okay, this dude has threatened to gather everyone's IP addresses and dox everyone in the room. He's suicide baited, showing a knife while he's in a group home. Or
Pills.
okay, shelter.
Don't
Oh
forget the
yeah, it
pills.
was a shelter for sexual abuse victims, if I remember correct. And he also, they
It
also had a dildo where there were people that are sexual assault victims. Like,
Oof.
that's a great idea, dude.
So I just want to say this real quick. The only way you're gonna get unmuted and stay unmuted at this point is if you unmute me.
Okay, to translate, do. The only thing that is gonna cause you to be unmuted is to unmute Cat Warfox.
Yeah.
Bash, I love you, dude.
If you want to keep talking your drivel, you're going to have to also respect the fact that the host has to talk as well.
I bet he don't even realize he's fucking muted.
If you are going to keep dribbling about how you have PP diapers,
So
then you will need to unmute the cast.
So essentially what's going on here is that they're doing the personal mute. They're not actually muting me off the server or anything. No, they don't have that power. They're just doing personal mute because they're butthurt. Problem is, I also have this thing called server mute because I'm the host of the show. Funny enough, this is probably the first time in a long time I've ever had to do this.
Yep.
So, and we've had some pretty strange weirdos that tend to do very similar do in the sense that they love to talk over people. So I guess that goes to show you how bad do is at having a conversation. Anyway, so we're gonna do this on the top. Did you unmute me?
Did you unmute Cass?
No, because he generally agrees that homeless people should not have nice items.
I did not even say any of that.
That's sad.
No, that's not what Cass said. Dude, what I
Explain it
am
simpler.
saying is, as a person who has been homeless, who has been walking the fucking streets looking for their fucking meal, and I hated every moment of that. I hated it to the point that I didn't want to be homeless anymore. I didn't want to have all of my shit basically be it could be stolen, or I would have to sell it, or I'd have to just get rid of it because I wouldn't be able to afford it or keep it. I mean, whenever I was homeless, I had a backpack full of an Xbox 360 and a bunch of games. But that was for whenever I was couch surfing and I'd have like fucking video games to play. But guess what? Like, at no point that was actually stolen from me. At the ass end of me being homeless, that shit was stolen from me. So no, you shouldn't have your focus on having diapers, a pissy ass fursuit, and all this other shit. Oh yeah, your server muted, by the way, just to remind you. You need to unmute Cass in order to get unserver muted. That's kind of how this works. I don't understand why you think that fucking muting people is the great idea whenever you're on a fucking live stream, you invalid. But, it works.
So I'm gonna unmute for a quick second, and if it turns out he hasn't unmuted me, he's going back. He's getting the muzzle back on.
Well, did you unmute Cass?
No, because he supports somebody who doesn't
Okay,
understand
time to server mute you again.
Nope, this time it's a disconnect.
Hell yeah.
Okay then. Well, shit.
I
You rub the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Yeah, he doesn't respect the fact that I like to shit in diapers.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get to your questions in a moment. So, panelists, silence for real quick. We got some shit to go through. Elijah Porter says, "What homeless person buys $50 Mr. Dollar Beast Burger orders. Ask this, Kaz, please. That's a good question. That is a really good question. Unfortunately, we probably won't get an answer off of Dew at this point because they've made it very clear they would rather have a tantrum like a child. So, unless they pop back in and they're willing to have a conversation, I'm not entertaining it anymore. The most we're probably going for is maybe after the show is a gay baby jail. And you know what that means. Yeah, ring the fucking bell, get some fresh meat.
Yay!
So have
Fresh
fun with
meat.
that. Now, I will say that we've been dealing with Sappho trying to flag the server and its community down. So I would advise people to cool their jets and not say anything that could be used as an excuse. Okay? Peace.
All right.
Because chances are, if you do, you're out of the server too.
Sounds good to me.
Aye, Captain.
All right.
Sounds good.
So we're
I am my dawn.
So in this case, what we have a lot of shit to explain. So the issue with Dew is that Dew started this whole conversation by accusing me of being a pedophile myself for hunting pedophiles. And then in top of this conversation, decided to say our community in reference to, well, some very concerning communities I've been critiquing the last so many years. Perhaps the audience, do you think that's a bit odd? I think so myself. It's pretty odd, needless to say. It's almost like somebody has something to hide. Let's see. Oh boy, it's weird that idiots that... It's weird that idiot eats expensive burgers despite being poor. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe that's why he's poor.
I think the designer diapers is odd. Absolutely, that is odd because it wasn't like we're talking diapers well above the marking price for a usual diaper, right?
Well, hold on. There's actually designer diapers.
Yes, there is designer diapers.
Yep.
What the fuck?
They're used for people who have urinary incontinence, and I have dated somebody who was like that, and they were very embarrassed about it, and they're not over there posting it on TikTok. I'm sorry.
So, hold on, guys. Scribe Wizard says, don't people that usually defend these people are enablers or pedos themselves? Usually. It's very rare, if ever, I've ever seen an example of someone being like, defending this shit, and it turns out they're not a kid diddler. I've never seen an example of that happening. It's usually been completely just the fact that they're hiding stuff and they don't want people to call it out. That's really the short end of it. But for Dew, who's likely listening to this conversation, I know you are, because you are a terminally online sped. I want to make this very clear. I can make whatever the fuck jokes I want. In fact, dare I say, I have been probably very censored good boy for the most part, because I know that if I was going to straight up say anything that I actually felt about these people, I wouldn't have a channel anymore. YouTube would nuke me the first second I actually said anything I felt about these people. Let that loose and shit. No. So let's make this very clear. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I'm tired of speds like you making this thing about, oh, but this means you're part of this politics or part of this group. No. Understand this. It doesn't matter if you're left, right, politics. Doesn't matter if you're independent. Doesn't matter if you're a goddamn space alien. For fuck's sakes. If you want to go after weirdos and lol cows, horror cows, which means weirdos, pedophiles, and dog fuckers, you're free to join this community. So long as you can take a joke, you'll be perfectly fine. That is the only requirement expected from you. This is not a highly political community that makes a big deal about politics. Unlike Sappho, I'm not a creepy political extremist that accuses people and projects everyone else by saying, oh, you're a terrorist because you disagree with me. Meanwhile, threatening to carpet bomb someone's house. Last time I've checked, I'm a lot more level-headed than that. So, have fun with that. Jesus. Imagine all these weirdos who talk about taking dog dick all day, but they can't take a joke.
Yes, I have a theory.
What?
Those aren't designer diapers. He just uses bedazzles. He just bedazzles his shit.
Iris has called me mean things. I won't cry.
I just imagine he gets like a fucking Prada label and just sews it on.
Oh, Marco mentioned this in this live stream chat. So he has a theory about why he couldn't have animals.
Why?
He may have hurt animals. That's why he can't have them.
For sure, it's not a thing in the shelter where they're just like, no, you can't have that.
Possibly that, but it says, and every time when he takes money from people, he's using some sort of tool to steal money.
Hmm.
And apparently that's actually another point that we didn't bring up, actually. Dew was caught stealing money using, if I recall, I think it was like, I forgot what payment process. It was some sort of payment processor, and he was caught stealing money.
SETI, he was using Cash App, and
Cash App, yeah.
He posted it. He posted it on his TikTok. He, in a way, was baiting people because quote unquote homelessness, which technically in the U.S. is a what's called defrauding.
So basically a scam.
Yeah, and another thing about the animals thing, in Rhode Island, there is a statute that if you're ever convicted of doing it, a judge can actually permanently revoke your right to own an animal, and we know what I'm talking about here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing is, if he has a service animal, legally, the shelter can't say anything about it, as long as it's a certified service
Oh,
animal.
so hold on. Someone's asking, can I ask what started with the outrage about self-harm jokes? So basically the end of it, what happened was that Hypnotist Sappho popped on stream to try to derail the conversation about Zerkalo, and it was extremely obvious. Everyone and their mother was calling out. So I had a heated conversation of telling Sappho to shut her mouth because it wasn't about her when she was doing the whole, whoa, look at me, I want attention. And then she was talking about how, like, you know, she was using suicide as an argument about, like, oh, people said this about me, people said that, blah, blah, blah. And then I just kind of sat there and said, maybe you should have killed yourself as a joke. You want to see a sample? I got one. There's a bunch of memes on Twitter about it as we speak. Give me a sec. For some reason technology's being dumb with me right now. OBS be damned. So
I mean, you say it was a joke, but really, she should really, shouldn't she?
At this point, I don't really give a shit where it ends.
I almost blew my fucking head off.
Maybe you should have.
Let's be real, humanity would be far better off if she just
Yeah, definitely.
Guys, hold on.
I almost blew my fucking head off.
Maybe you should have. Fucking low tier god meme made of me. That's amazing. that was fucking amazing.
I was wondering when that was going to happen.
See, this is the reason why, chat, I'm very careful about being based, because the internet can't handle it. It's like the fucking the halls of the internet shackle and crackle at the weight of the baseness. It's the reason why I have to be very careful, because Susan doesn't like that. Susan really doesn't like that. But anyway, so the point I'm trying to make here is that I'm an edgy boy. I'm always going to be that way, and you can get mad at me all you want. That's not going to change me. If you're expecting to attack me to capitulate to your worldviews, then you can go suck my dick. Unless you're a woman, I don't swing that way. No, into the pits of Hades you go. Fuck you. Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Damn, you went down that road, man. Wow.
Nothing personal.
Yeah,
just
there we
business.
go. I don't swing that way either, so I agree with Cass on that one. Into the depths of hell you go.
I swing both ways.
Just where I belong.
God damn, Plague, you have to be.
Oh shit.
Now just imagine Cass saying
Sorry,
big
I
words
am in a
about-
mood this morning.
Same, dude. Same. I feel that.
I just imagine Cass just throwing a load of women down to the pits of Tartarus now.
It's
I have
like
that mental imagery now too. Thank you. Into the
It's
pit with you.
It's like
Into the pit you
Rafiki
go.
throwing Simba off the Pride Rock. Just
Long live the queer.
So yeah, basically it boils down to this: is that I'm always going to be a bit of an edgy internet boy. It's kind of my thing. I've always I've grown up in I've been kind of grown and raised into a much older era of the internet where like a fraction of the jokes I make would have never really been a hot take or a hot joke to ever make. Like
People knew how to have fun.
yeah, that's kind of where I came from, and so like I am what I am at this point. I don't really care to change that. I feel like the new age of the internet is the most boring slog fest I've ever seen. And quite frankly, I'm hoping that eventually enough of these platforms crash so we can just go back to some of the edge. Because holy shit, you people can't take anything. My God, I can only imagine what happens when you take a bullet. Because, like, given how bad things are going, I'm pretty sure a huge population of the, in general, of the planet's going to be dealing with shit like that. You know, hunger, getting shot. Like, I could only imagine how fucked we are as a species at this point. That's
Cass, you literally just described LA.
Oh, well, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's fucking war zone over there, you know? Well, it starts with one question. Hey, cocaina. Yes, I can make that joke. And then people get shot for this, some of that fucking sweet devil's snow.
Q's insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain.
Insane in the man.
Insane.
You're just like, oh, you're
who just
evil
died?
because you follow Medicare from Sappho. I'm just like, where do you think I get my humor from, you nuts?
You trying to get crazy with me, essay? Don't you know I'm loco?
You know what? This is the best night I could have. You know that?
Simultaneously the best and worst night of my life.
Honestly, chat, if you agree with what I have to say, feel free to like, subscribe, and share on the content. You got to put inject the funny bone into everything again. I would say that, yeah.
Oh, and
Make sure
be
you subscribe
sure
to
to
Cherry's bad
donate
live
because
streams.
it pisses Dew off.
Oh, absolutely. Any donations we get would be greatly appreciated. Also, it pisses Dew off because it means it's money that he'll never get.
I mean, you know, before I was just kind of poking Cass just to at least mention it once per stream. But now you know what? Hey, Dew, every dollar that comes through,
It goes to
that's
Beast
because
Burger.
of you, buddy. That's because of you.
it goes.
Actually, no. Here's the one. Each dollar I get, I beat a pedophile.
Hell yeah.
It affords a billy club for a pedophile beating.
So, chat. That's basically where we're at right now. Is I love watching the Spurgatory. People are like, oh, why are you entertaining talking to? Well, I'm entertaining talking to Do right now because it's fucking funny. Like it
He's
really.
a lolcow.
Yeah, he is absolute prime lolcow material. Abso-fucking-lutely. But this is the type of person who can't take a joke. But man, they sure do love critiquing as if they have the right to tell you what to do and say. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not only that, but he's sitting there telling you that he muted you because of what I had said. And then all of a sudden, it's because of guilty by association. But if you bring up the fact that Valerie has done some heinous shit, Sappho, for those that don't realize who I'm talking about, has done some really heinous shit, they're like, well, I'm not defending them.
Yeah, no. A lot of people do that too. I would say there probably is a little bit of correction there that there is some truth with. There is, I wouldn't say it's like a large amount of people, but there is like this weird conglomerate of weirdos popping out of the woodwork, just like Do, trying to say that like what I said was wrong. Most of the time, it's like, yeah, what Cass said was wrong, but you're still worse, Sappho, right? But then there's this like this other group that's just like he should be condemned too for this humor and blah blah blah. In fact, worse. And it's just like, wow, okay, consistency. And I had a lot of background conversations with people, and a lot of it boils down to, oh well, the things said in your server can be a reflection upon you, or blah blah blah. Basically, guilt by association. Like absolutely guilt by association. And then on top of it, they would accuse me of a multitude of other things with along to that. When I said, "Oh well, I'm this or that," and they're like, "Oh well, that doesn't change the fact you can be labeled as this or that." I'm like, "Oh okay, so claimable slurs are no longer a thing anymore." Okay, so I fuck that. Everyone in the server is sanctioned to say any edgy shit they like at this point. That's gonna happen.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing that's hilarious is that Cass, you have somehow made a melting pot where there are people here that like me. There are people here that don't necessarily like me at all. But at the same time, we all fucking work together. We all come together under one cause.
Yep.
I mean, how many times has it been that okay, throwing a name out there. How many times has it been where Bear Dog and I didn't agree, where we almost went into like a slap fight in VC?
Many.
Yeah. But that doesn't
when-
mean I don't respect Bear Dog. Like, just because we have a differing of opinion in more than a few things, doesn't mean I can't just fucking be there and be like, yo, Bear Dog, what's up? What do you need?
Yeah, I would say that's really the point of it. Like, this channel doesn't have anything specific against any group of people. It's not the identity that counts, it's the character of the person people we're dealing with. And that's a distinction that gets lost. As far as I give a shit at this point, I kind of just get to a point where, yeah, I just don't care. Censoring myself? Yeah, no. Not happening. Your PayPal account is locked, love. It's been deleted for a while now. But like that's pretty much the point of how I function as a personality, is that like there's nothing against any specific group of people. We just hate pedophiles, dog fuckers, and we laugh at internet spurgs and lolcows as an extra pastime when we just want to be bored and not want to deal with the pedo shit, you know? Taking a break from that stuff. We just want to laugh at this stuff. We want to laugh at a collective tardation that exists on the internet, especially nowadays. Like, in a world that's collapsing as hard and ridiculous as it is right now, I think that is what we really, really fucking need, is just to laugh at the destruction. And people who think otherwise are really fucking dumb. They take everything too seriously.
Well, I mean, I'm holding out for a hero. I'm holding out for a hero at the end of the night. And he's got to be strong.
Oh my god.
He's got to be fast.
He's got to be fresh from the fight. Okay.
I need a hero.
I need a hero.
I'm holding on to a hero at the end of the night.
Don't copyright claim us, please.
Oh shit, you're right.
I'm
gonna say though,
I mean,
about the
that's why I wasn't singing it. I was
Susan, be
just
merciful.
fucking saying it.
I will say,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say about Dew, right? It's amazing to know that there's people out there, this is what I like to call low-tier lolcows, right? Just super low-tier lolcows that could make people so angry, like going full mad at the internet at every single opportunity. Literally made you angry, made Vash angry, made Coyote angry somehow, made Grinch Bear angry, somehow pissed me off, and a whole bunch of other people. Even the chat got pissed. It's like, what is this? You know, it's like, what?
Huh?
What?
Oh shit, I thought it was my internet for a second.
No, he muted himself.
Sorry, I just had someone interrupting my call, so.
That's fine,
Sorry.
Dude. Shit happens.
But
Also,
basically,
I need to interrupt real quick. So Miss Abby Smith, how you pronounce that is, I disagree. We don't need to laugh. We need love and compassion right now. Differing opinion. Well, I mean, sure, that's your opinion. Thank you for the $5, regardless. Personally, I just like the idea of laughing at this stuff. I think, in a world this bad, I think people should have the right to just laugh at this. Doesn't matter if they're part of an identity or not at this point, because we have gotten so off kilter with what we can and can't say, and it's gotten to a point where you're just not allowed to express yourself, and that tends to just make shit worse. So at this point, if I become a less respected by certain groups of people for being a bit of an edgy boy, I don't care.
Sometimes the only response to reality that's appropriate is to go insane.
Yeah.
I do agree. I do agree that love and compassion is something that is necessary, but it is a tribalistic type thing. You should have love and compassion for your circle. I mean, should you have empathy or sympathy towards another's suffering? I mean, yeah, but not whenever it's practically self-inflicted.
Hey, Dew is suicide baiting. He just sent me a DM and now he's like suicide baity, and I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Just type keck.
Okay, here, I'm gonna post this in live stream Discord chat, because here's the thing. He starts talking about how I will tell you once, you weren't on my S list. Still, you generally don't understand that homeless people can't have nice S. For you to go and say, I'm not incontinent, you're a effing piece of S yourself. Said you guys wanted to apologize, but you wanted to make up for what you did. You are a effing liar. I will breathe that again.
I mean, to be fair, I've personally never said anything about apologizing, and I don't apologize to cretins.
Cedric, just
down the road
respond.
for results, across the street for attention. Remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
So...
Cedric, just respond with this.
Okay. All right. Yes. Anyway, so what was it? So love and understanding. Well, I mean, there's one thing to have compassion for a fellow man. When it comes to like dog fuckers and pedophiles, yeah, no, just no. Like I've seen this 1,000 times with people. Like there is a limit. There is a limit here. Also, I'm sure
even God's love has its limit.
Even God's love has its limits.
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, take a look at back whenever America was in its prime.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think that we allowed the Chinese to and I'm bringing this up okay, no, Nazi Germany. Do you think we allowed Nazi Germany to just dictate how we ran our country?
No.
Fuck no. We got into a fight over that shit. We didn't tolerate the fucking Nazis. You know? Like it's the same thing. If you're a group and another group is trying to tell you that your group is not doing shit right, you can tell them to fuck off and suck a dick.
Oh, we got another donation. Got one from at Miss Abby. Let's see, donation for $5. Love in your circle only divides us. When we understand each other beyond that. That's where we learn and grow. Depends on your definition of such inner group type dynamic, I guess. Because you like at the end of the day, like I don't think there's really that much of a limit on the quote inner circle here, outside of the fact that like, you know, we don't respect dog fuckers and pedophiles. So that's like the only limit we have here is that.
Our expectations are pretty low.
That's the only two rules. That's the only two rules. Don't fuck dogs, don't fuck kids. Otherwise, you could pretty much do whatever the fuck you want.
So I kind of get what you're coming from a little bit here, but thanks for the $5 regardless. Appreciate it. I can kind of see where you're kind of coming from here, but when it comes to like pedos and dog fuckers, I think that's kind of where the hard limit, the buck really stops. Really, I don't know. It's one of those things. Anyway, I'm trying to look at Dew. They're not posting anywhere, just in DMs. The most I'm getting is asking if I'm a conservative. Okay, so we just gone full Stetson.
We're going back to that again.
Oh, God,
They tried DMing me that, and
meme?
I was like, "Is that a moment for you?"
Oh, God,
My
where's...
MAGA's my MAGA.
He just went full Stetson.
I'm saying
Hardwick.
MAGA.
Yeah, I found it.
I'm blocked. He can't message me anymore.
MAGA, my MAGAs.
I fucking
What's
love
up,
that
my
Edgy meme.
MAGAs?
Oh.
Sing the song. Sing the song, Mash.
My MAGA, my MAGAs.
Oh.
My motherfucking MAGAs. My motherfucking MAGAs.
I live for this.
Or MAGA, 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 MAGA. I'm 100%
I love being on the stream.
MAGA.
You guys are great.
I know,
She's wonderful.
Oh, God, Cass, a while ago, I decided to tell my dear old mother about Stetson Hardwick. She was fucking horrified.
Oh my fucking god. I bet.
Jesus Christ.
So, I guess we don't have anything else, right? The most I remember from Dew is that they've accused, let's see, they accused me of being they accused me of being a rapist. Apparently that's a thing.
The fuck?
Yeah. That's a blatantly
To
false
be
accusation right there.
To be fair, Cass, when I first met you and you were beating down on Sarah Hatchby Sanders, that was close to rape.
Well, I mean, Cass is a full-on rapist. I mean, philanthropist.
Oh my fucking. Let me go show you chat because apparently like all the accusations they're throwing out there is on like fucking TikTok.
I could pull it up if you wanted to, like give you
Wait a
his
sec.
entire TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes, because TikTok people are valid, right?
So listen,
We're doing our own cringe talk.
Oh, hey,
oh boy.
Hey, shush. Shush. I am coming out about Kaz Warfuck as a rapist. Don't trust them. It's just like a little cropped picture of my like Twitter. And he tries to. I think they try to. I can't tell if that's like the TikTok marker or they're trying to write rapist in like white. Because like the background is a lot of black and white, but not enough black to actually like be there, so it just fades in to like the rest of the background. It's really awful looking. This is awful.
It's cringe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sure do love being judged for being apparently a monster by a community. What was it? An app that has like a storied history with pedophiles and shit. Yeah, that's very interesting. And predators and shit. You know, I sure do love being judged by Pred Talk. Put on screencast. Yeah, I just did that.
God, whenever they started streaming on TikTok, everyone should have just started shouting Tiananmen.
Tiananmen, June 4th, 1989.
Oh my god.
Bring it to the hills.
Hey, but according to China, it never happened.
Well, what would happen
Yeah,
if a
they
bunch
can't ban us for something that never happened.
What would happen
Exactly.
if you said that and then like out of nowhere it gets uninstalled from your fucking mobile automatically and then you can't re-download it from the fucking app store? It's just gone.
I have a panic attack.
Oh,
I think I'd sit in a corner and just start crying, but then again, I don't use it.
Oh no. You just look up and in the corner of your vision, you see a Live Leak logo.
The Iris says, I actively trust Kaz, unlike Dew. Well, see, that's the difference here is that, like, I would like to think, despite all the people trying to come at me with accusations, constantly constantly at my door about how I'm this or that I could be seen as this or that, I would like to think that after 3 years of constant work against predators, and only having my work finally recognized with a ton of respect this year, which is like the 3rd year of doing this shit, you would think that after all these years, I would have enough of a reputation that I've built to show that, no, I'm at least a little bit more trustworthy in comparison to Dew. You know? Like,
Trustworthy and honestly a better person.
that is something that drives me nuts, is that there's a lot of people I've had small associations with, or at least knew me for years, who started popping in and going like, Well, you need to answer for this. You need to answer for that. I'm like, okay. I guess all that work meant nothing then. Jesus.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah. As would actively help you with someone who harmed you. I mean, you saw the Zerkalo stream. That was an end result of that. Having the victim have the confidence to call out the predator was a fantastic display of calling that predator out for what it is.
Well, you see, Cass, I don't watch any of your videos, but I do know that you're fully a rapist and like a sodomizer and just downright abusive. But I don't watch any of your videos, and if you try and show me a video, then it's clearly that you're trying to get views.
It's clearly you're trying to rape me.
Morning, Dan. How you been? They're doing the Trinnament Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh, Truman. Is it Truman? I don't know.
I don't even know anymore.
I'll go with the Truman Show, yeah.
The Truman Show.
That's kind of what it feels like. We're dealing with someone with the Truman syndrome.
I want the Brady Bunch syndrome.
No, Brady Bunch. Oh my god. Hunt in the morning, I see. Yeah, it's very rare that we have Hunt in the morning.
I hope this stream don't get taken out because I've just remembered what I've got my nickname set to.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh fuck!
What Warzone pissed me off a little bit.
I just realized that myself. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh my god.
Well, fail. Someone can download it. We can re-upload it with the master.
I got a bit tilted with Warzone constantly crashing.
Actually, come to think about it, there'll be a funny meme we'll post in the end because I think Dew thinks of me a certain way, and I think you know where this is going. You're all fan of old internet memes.
Oh dear.
Give me a second. Wonder if they still have this video.
I fixed the name.
Cool.
Give me a sec. Let me try to figure out how to make this work for like 5 fucking seconds. And then we'll get into some of the comments because I'm bored, but I'm having fun at this point. This is great. It's been a while since I had a tar just to kick around. It isn't just like specifically pedophile.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Same.
All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if this works. Okay, come on. It's a little too wide, but we'll go with this.
Wow.
Oh, Dan. Dan, you poor bastard, he left like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, hey guys, hold on. There's a meme playing on stream.
Great. Great.
Yeah, that's what Dew thinks of me.
Oh my god.
Who made that fucking ad? Who made that fucking ad?
I don't remember.
God, that had to be from like the 90s or 80s or some shit. You couldn't get away with that now.
Yeah, so let me look at this. Kaz is truly awesome. The rest of the internet can't handle the awesomeness. Thank you for the compliments. Iris goes, again, Kaz is based. Honestly, I would go as far as to say he's a hero. Don't suck my dick too hard, Iris. It hurts.
Iris.
Poor. Kaz's only viewer here. There's no other way these people are real. They're just bots I purchased. Oh no. Oh no.
Cass, can I tell you something?
Dude definitely wants the fox. Yeah, absolutely. What's
Yeah.
up?
I find it hilarious how his point was, you only do it for the clout, you only do it for popularity, even though you kept saying I'm not doing it for clout, and then of course, for some reason, in his head, it's like, oh, the only reason why a pedo hunter would do this or anything is clout.
And then he turns around and pulls a Ben Shapiro saying, "Who are you? Nobody's ever heard of you."
Yeah, I know. And it's like, damn, bro. nobody ever heard of you in the ABDL community.
So, only do it for clout, only do it for the pins. Well, see, I honestly, I think the logic's funny to me personally because it's, I've said this 1,000 times over, it's really not for the clout, but a lot of people who seem to think this will just completely ignore everything I said. Every single time. And, that's kind of just something I've noticed is when someone's really butthurt about you, they will denounce everything you are all the time. It's like derangement, what you call derangement syndrome. A certain president is associated with that, but I'm not getting into that. You get what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Derangement syndrome.
Yeah, and I've seen this a lot with content creators, especially the more edgy types of content creators, is that they tend to attract that type of like angry people who it doesn't matter if you're actually doing something good, you'll be seen as a monster regardless. It's very telling. Also, I think Dew is probably projecting because all they ever talk about with us is like views, reputation, optics, junkie bullshit, and it's all just YouTube stuff. It's all internet attention points. It's never like, here's how you can actually help a victim here in a very specific situation that may befall you at some point. It's always no. And I don't know if you noticed this, chat. If you probably paid attention to the recording that just came out. And if you want to see that for yourself, I'll post it here in the not only the chat, I'll also put a lot of stuff in descriptions for you. We're not even really done yet. They flat out admitted that in their eyes, going after predators it hurts basically they're trying to say you shouldn't talk about it because it somehow makes things worse, right? And then it gets into this territory of I don't want you to talk about predators. It scares me. And it's again, I'm not saying it the best. It's like 6 a.m. at this point, and I'm losing my articulation. Yeah. Ecast because they want to be famous. Oh my god. Also, there's gonna be more about Dew soon. We have more clips to post out there. We have more of this other stuff to talk about. There will be a highlights video, I'm sure, about a lot of the interesting stuff said on other streams. But yes, they have been caught red-handed lying the entire time, and it's amazing. Really fun.
The cow has not run out of milk.
I assume so.
I need more for my coffee.
I wish I had some coffee right now. Dude has some informants. Dude has informants. That's funny.
That almost made me piss myself laughing when he said that. I'm not telling you who my informants are.
I'm not telling you what my informants are.
If he has informants, right?
Yeah.
It makes me think. Do one of the informants include his boyfriend, quote unquote?
Oh, more than likely.
His boyfriend's not real. I connected too many dots.
I'm sorry, but the hand doesn't count, and neither does your cousin.
Well, I mean, wasn't there someone that said they contacted the boyfriend earlier and they pussied out?
Yeah, that would be a Nerf.
I heard that.
Yeah, Nerf.
I heard that audible. Just oof.
But yeah, no. If I recall, the boyfriend was. Come to think of it, they really dodged that boyfriend question too.
Let's see. What you need, Kaz, is that my milk sponsorship.
that was a good comment, Lio. Based.
That's fucking funny. Okay, I will get
fucking based. Oh my god. There's just so much crap about him that just makes no sense. He's studying journalism. Well, so is his boyfriend apparently. I wonder what college they go to.
Yeah.
Well, it's a journalist. That makes sense.
like his, she, it, whatever. It's not even consistent anymore. It's just like Jesus Christ, they can't even stick together to just refer themselves as a she. It's
Tomorrow they're gonna be a
fucking
he.
weird. Well, like if
I'll just say it.
Yeah, that's a better option. Anyway, fuck, what time is it? Oh god. Okay.
23:33.
All right. So, yeah, I think this is about time to call it. I am losing my articulation. I stayed up to deal with this bullshit. I think I'm going to go sleep for once. So, if you guys like the content, feel free to like, share around, subscribe, all that crap. Also, Cherry's Terrible Content Hour. Feel free to support that. I forgot the name, but support that if you want. Say that the Fox sent you. I'm sure he'll respect that. Give me a sec. Yeah, that was kind of insane, but I hope I hope you guys actually can like. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was kind of insane. I'm losing my articulation because I sound like I am having the articulation skills of a 5-year-old, so I apologize. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Feel free to support it. Clip around some stuff, please, because there's some funny shit in here. And I'll see you guys later. This is not a focus stream. This was another impromptu stream that's been happening a lot this November. So feel free to support it. It's weird. Tyler says, like I said, Kaz, as funny as it may be, you want to put some, just put a bullet in the beef, and you still have a princess. Yeah. I think the desire of the funnies will kill me. Anyway, we got some music to play before the show ends. It's from Rebel Cops. For anyone who's stick around the channel for a long time, you probably know this game. Recommend you check it out. They have a really banger soundtrack. So I'll play about a song or two and call it quits, and hope you guys have a good one.